Okay. Oh, I didn't know it did that. What? That's kind of crazy. Okay. I can be heard. Okay, yeah, I can be heard. Okay. Hopefully quality looks okay. I'm gonna hope so. Um, playing Obscura. I don't know if I'm gonna also do this at the same time here and see. Hopefully that doesn't make everything run slower. I mean, it's just Obscura, so I don't think it's gonna be too bad. Anyways, but this is the Cirrus route, so it's just gonna get crazy. It's gonna get wild. Um, yes. Okay. I need to. Perfect. Okay. Dude, did I not? I literally suck. Please? No? Okay, that's not gonna work. So let's try this. No? I guess we're display capturing it because it's not working anywhere else. I'm gonna turn that up a little bit more so it can be heard. Because I know sometimes it can suck. Okay. So far, quality good. Let's get going. Actually, I lied. I want another Zen. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Was that glitching out for some reason? It did. I don't know why I did that. Maybe because I just turned that off. Possibly. Okay, here we go. You're ready for me to read. I did do the best ending. I had to go back through and replay the whole thing because I had to go back through and replay the whole thing because it is. I'm on a new PC, so none of that was correct on there. So, Cirrus will keep you safe. The next morning comes too quickly. The stiffness in my shoulders instantly makes itself known and slowly creeps up to my skull, blooming into a throbbing headache. I feel like shit. Despite the fact that my inner clock tells me I've overslept again, I'm not well rested. The weight that's pledged my thoughts return in full force after getting up to splash some water across my face. I should go back. The church beckons me. Cirrus will be waiting, and I'm all excited to go see him again. I don't allow myself the luxury to wallow in tiredness any longer and head downstairs to greet Bruna right away. She's busy as always, floating around the room with armfuls of silverware and dirty bowls, pencil tucked behind one ear. When she sees me, we exchange polite nods. Someone's chipper today. That's one word for it. Have a seat, I'll bring you today's breakfast. It only takes a few minutes for her to come back with a savory breakfast of an omelet and toasted sourdough. The smell of it makes my mouth water. You know, that dish smells good. It smells good. It smells good. I can't smell it. It sounds good. Sure. I've come to learn that the Leaping Bear's menu changes constantly depending on the supply of food available. Fresh food that tends to spoil easily is hard to come by, with owners favoring a long shelf life instead. This place is no exception, but it feels like they're doing good right now. I polish off my plate without delay and head upstairs to make preparations for today's trip. Anticipation fuels my footsteps today. Cirrus and I haven't discussed what the plans for today are, so I'm left somewhat unprepared, but I do my best to go with an open mind. He's been awfully insistent that I come back sooner. It's strange on one hand. I don't feel like I know him. Up until a little over a week ago, we were completely okay, so we have a week distance of the demo and now, or chapter 1 technically. We're complete strangers, and now he treats me with a strange familiarity. But he doesn't strike me as someone who gets attached easily. The scenery around me transforms when I enter the church's neighborhood, and eventually the looming structure ahead is all I can see. I hesitate for a moment before I step inside. My heartbeat flutters, quickly reminded of what happens behind these very doors, right? There's no point in delaying the inevitable, so I push past the subconscious discomfort and hurry through the open doors. Cirrus is already busy with two other robed individuals. What's trying to... Hold on. I'm going to do this real quick. Okay. There we go. Okay. Quality looks really good right now. Cirrus is already busy with two other robed individuals. Oh, I already read this. When I come in and make my presence known, his head turns towards me, and I'm instantly met with a smile as he motions me towards him. Who are these cloaked people? You hear, little star. Did you have to go? Oh, God. Did you have a good night's rest? Could have been better. I turn towards the two others, who nod politely in my direction. And you are... Pleased to meet you. We were just on our way out. An invasive answer. The second person doesn't speak at all. I do, however, feel their intense gaze on me through their mask. Is it already that time? Please take care. Please take care on your way out. Thank you. We're in your debt. I wait until they've left the church before turning towards Cirrus to question him. They don't look like civilians. You are correct. You want to know their purpose? I do. Curious as always. I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to share that information with you. They don't take kindly to strangers poking their nose into their business. I hold back a vulgar-sounding snort. I don't know what I was expecting. How very convenient that those folks are the discreet type. That is the simple reality of how the marketplace works, my star. People demand privacy at every opportunity, and it is not my place to question them, nor their intentions. Surely you understand, hmm? His words are smooth and wrap themselves around my heart without further question. Fine. My thought drifts back to the original goal of my visit to continue our research. Any news on the documents? As a matter of fact, no. I was hoping to hear from them by the end of today. It shouldn't be long until they report back. Right. He pauses while I shift my weight to my other foot, feeling somewhat restless. In the meantime, how would you like to help me with an errand? Depends on the kind of errand. I'm missing several potion ingredients from my cabinet, and I thought you should like to see the beautiful things my regular store has in stock. Pills and potions. Potions, huh? For a second, I swear I can smell the honey and nectar in the air, and my throat closes up. If he notices my apprehension, he doesn't comment on it. Sure, I'll come with you. Wonderful. Let me close up in the back and fetch my belongings. Once back outside, I realized that this is the first time I've seen Cirrus leave the church, by my side no less. It wouldn't make sense for someone to never leave their abode, but I can't shake how Decidedly odd. Right? Decidedly, I think. Odd it feels to see him among the rest of the crowd. He stands out very clearly. Not just that, but people around him recognize him and almost light up at the mere sight of him. Good morning, Cirrus. Will today's sermon still be held this afternoon? Certainly, my star. I'm looking forward to your attendance. So it calls everyone a star. Okay. What a lovely coincidence seeing you out here. Indeed, it's a good day. It's a good day to run errands. Has your ankle injury healed yet? Yes, thanks to your prayer. I feel so much better now. It leaves a strange aftertaste in my mouth, knowing that these people are clueless about what goes on behind closed doors. He seems to care a lot about his reputation. A sudden urge to tell him and his onlookers exactly what I think about this situation wells up inside me. What are we going to let loose about? What is there to let loose about? As you can see, I've been very cautious with my saves already. Did that start tweaking out when I did that? It did a little bit. We'll see. I messed with my settings quite a bit, so that's why I'm very, is it working right? I think we're gonna be quiet. No. This is a bad idea. With him being unpredictable enough as acting out in sorry. With him being unpredictable enough as it is, acting out in public might just cause him to react in a way I'm not prepared for. Yeah, I agree. Were you about to say something? Me? No. Nothing at all. It's very subtle, but for a second a shiver crawls up my spine. Something feels odd. What is this bar? What am I going to be doing? Oh, shall I move my face cam? Oh! Shall I move my face cam? I probably should. Let me do that. I feel like that's not a good spot. So I'm gonna go over here. And on the off chance somebody chats, I doubt it. But just on the off chance, I'm gonna move this over here. So that maybe that won't cause an issue. Okay. That better? I think we'll be good over here. Okay. Just in case. On the off chance. Thanks, Preston. I'm sure you'll really enjoy this game. Almost as though I just avoided an incredible amount of danger. Why was that there? Why was that there? I thought I was gonna have to... What is that? This wasn't in the demo. Is this like an angry meter? So like when I get lippy, it's gonna be at the red? I think that's what it is. Or it's like a danger bar. Oh god, okay. Okay, the tension between us deflates and our walk continues almost as though nothing happened. He stops to chat with a few more people, all exhibiting varied levels of gratitude. I've played it on the YouTube videos are up on YouTube of me streaming it. It's a romance visual novel. This man is a freak. A freak. Okay. That's what needs to be known. For right now. He's a priest, of course. You just have to chat with a few more people. All exhibiting various levels of gratitude. Eventually, our walk takes us to quieter side streets. Large crowds scatter into nothing. It does. Okay, yeah. It does. Yeah. But it's on brand for. What do you mean it's on brand for me? What does that mean? I'm trying to get the good ending first go. And I feel like if I piss him off, I'm not going to get the good ending. Because in the demo, with getting the good ending... But, I did do the ending of where he kills me. And that was interesting. So, glad to know that this is the only... No, I can't deny that. No, I can't. But, like, he's the only character that kills you in any of the endings, so this is gonna be interesting. My gaze slides over to Cirrus, who seems to notice right away. Little star. I don't like saying that, though. None of them know. About our private rituals, you mean? Yeah. They don't. They don't. They don't, nor should they. These are special circumstances, and therefore we need to experiment a little. Sharing incomplete information with these good people would be rather unethical. Okay, this is a Honey Pot player type shit. No, I would never download Honey Pop. I have Honey Pop 2, not Honey Pop 1. Yeah, he kills you in one of the bad endings. Literally, I can't remember what choice it was right before that, but he, he, like, leads you into an abandoned building and literally fall into, like, a spike trap. And he kills you. So, yeah. I don't know how this is gonna go. His nerve leaves me completely... Yeah. I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce that. You would dare to talk about ethics? Of course. He's a masochist. Let that be known. Is that right? Is that the... Yeah. That's right. Of course, it is my duty after all. Unbelievable. Cirrus takes us down another winding set of paths, each quieter than the last, until we reach a discreet store with a, with a small engraved sign at the door that says open. When looking past the grimy facade, the window reveals a whole plethora of powders, alchemy equipment with matching glass bottles, and what appears to be small packages of ingredients. Once inside, the smell of the chemicals tickles my nose. This place is quite different on the inside. Cirrus greets the owner, taking some additional time to ask about new arrivals. In the meantime, I browse their selection. Yeah. Is that so? This might be the episode for you. I quickly realize why the store is located so far away from the rest of the businesses. Potassium cyanide, belladonna extract, arsenic. Maybe I said that right, I don't know. They sell poisonous ingredients as though they were cute souvenirs. Everything is neatly packaged in brown paper envelopes and crystal jars. On the other side of the shelf, I find aphrodisiac section of serums whose purpose eludes me. Are you finding anything interesting, little star? Hardly. This isn't my area of expertise. He pauses to flip through a book of pressed flowers. Perhaps he'd like to learn someday. My mind perks up at this. I'd be interested. I'm especially curious about the weird concoctions you're able to create. Yeah, considering... Weird, you say? Yeah, I bet you've got all kinds of messed up recipes of the pain-intensifying variety. Maybe even of the slightly lethal variety. Yeah, probably. Considering it kills me. Not in this one. Not in this Let's Play. I don't know. I'm curious. Yeah, I bet you've got all kinds of messed up recipes. And just who will you be using those on? Can't say. A strange little thrill rushes through me. Our previous tense mood is long forgotten now, replaced by easygoing banter and light quips. Despite him being his unpredictable self, Cirrus is strangely easy to talk to when the time is right. When did you learn all of this potion making, anyway? It was a long time ago, during my childhood. In fact, I took it as a part of an extracurricular extracurricular got it, program outside of school. Okay. We had a very thorough and good teacher. Sadly, she's no longer with us, but her teachings won't be forgotten. Hard to imagine you going to school. Really? Then you might be surprised to hear I was at the top of my class, too. Of course. The conversation dwindles there, and he turns away to pick up a few other ingredients. I try to lose myself amidst the crushed petals and powders, but I can't shake the undercurrent of discomfort. I doubt this place ever truly feels. I doubt that this place ever truly feels safe. Got it. I need to focus. Research is important. Maybe I could even find something to suppress some of my fructum anemia. Anemia. Anemia symptoms. By the time I make it through a quarter of the powders, Cirrus wraps his purchases and makes his way back to me. Are you ready to head back? Sure. I'm disappointed by the lack of finds, but I've made a mental note of this shop's locations. I will always be able to come back one day. What will you be making with those? Some of my specialties. I can let you try them if you're interested. Something tells me I might not want to, no matter how interested I am. I see. Come. I need to make some preparations before today's sermon. Our walk back is quiet. It feels as though for once Cirrus is either lost in thought or concentrating. He mentioned a sermon. Must be really important to him to get those right. Wait, what? It must be really important to get to those, right? Okay, it was like, right? Dark cobblestone alleys transform into wider, dimly lit side streets until we reach the main road leading to the church. Despite lying under the same oppressive roof of cavern darkness, it feels easier to breathe out here. That feeling fades once we're inside. The familiar scent of incense and smoke clogs my throat. I'm going to begin my preparations now. I hope I'll see you at the sermon too, little star. You've yet to attend one, if I'm not mistaken. I pause for a second to mull over my options as my gut suddenly twists with uncertainty. Should I really be wasting time here when I could go out and be one step closer to finding the lunar ichor? He's expecting news on the document tonight. Maybe I can just wait until then. One afternoon won't hurt. Or would it? How much time do I have left? I'll see. I'm going to think about it and snoop around in the meantime. Snoop? You've got cool paintings on the wall. Certainly. I'll see you in a bit. Taking in the artwork helps me distract from the decision making. This time, my walk takes me to the other side of the altar, goes close to the doors leading off to the private rooms. Private rooms? On the side, the paintings are akin to scientific diagrams with an artistic flair. The first three are aquarelle stained star charts depicting one constellation each. Their names, the dust, the hourglass, and the string, are engraved on small metal plaques under each frame. Seems like they've been preserved here for a while. A little farther down, a worn plaque with barely legible text recounts a few fragments of the lunar religion's history. Them being an offshoot of the solar religion, their rebellion against the fixed values of said religion, and their eventual desire to focus on transformation instead. It's all mostly common knowledge. My wandering leads me back to the altar. Cirrus seems deeply focused today. He carefully dusts off his tome atop the gold-plated lectern and rearranges each candle on the ground one by one. It's a slow, methodical process that were it not for the situation I find myself in, I would find relaxing to watch. Eventually, he picks up the worn bronze bowl from a small compartment underneath the altar, then disappears back into his room. On his way there, all he did was smile. I wonder how long this will take. It's probably a bowl filled with blood, I would assume. Not even a minute after going back to the paintings, clusters of people begin filling in, some stopping to donate few coins and light a candle before making their way to the center of the church. There are no pews nor sitting arrangements here. Instead, all attendees sit on the floor. Cirrus is still not back, but I imagine he'll take his place before the altar soon enough. Hush whispers ripple through the slowly forming crowd. I need to decide whether or not I'll join. This is going to be a choice. Sounds like they're starting soon. I love how there's 9 pages. 9 pages of that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I feel like we participate in it. That's the only choice that really makes sense. Like, I'm here. I might as well participate. I don't know why the freaking text is flashing every time I do that. Okay, participate in the sermon. Yeah. I'm kind of interested in what he has to say and how he does his job. Maybe this will reveal something not only about him, but about his core values. With that, I find a spot amidst the crowd and sit on my knees, the same as everyone else. This position can't be comfortable for extended periods of time. When I do a quick sweep of the crowd, I notice masks and outfits from every walk of life. Torn rags and bandages, jewel-crusted theater masks, and silken cloaks, leather gloves, and purses. It makes sense for a wide variety of people to congregate here, but it makes no less surprising. I feel a little safer behind my plain mask. I shuffle around a little to adjust, and Cirrus finally comes back, bowl and book in hand. As he places the bowl on top of the altar and finds his place in front of his people, the crowd stills immediately. It's so quiet you could hear a grain of sand hitting the pavement. My stars. A pause. How good of y'all to y'all. How good of y'all to join me this evening? How good of y'all to join me this evening? Did I say that again? You all. Not even so much as a murmur passes through the lips of anyone. Are you readjusting, Patterson? Cirrus flips through a couple of thin pages before his speech resumes. Today I wish to share a heartfelt wish with you. What? A heartfelt wish with you. Okay, yeah. Something that I've thought about for a long time. I could never be a preacher because I can't even read a sentence. Enema 1. We've come far together. Our devotion, our hard work has always paid off, despite the continued oppression we've been subject to. Oppression? His smile falls. The lunar god has always encouraged us to adapt the metaphors, and grow with every obstacle we overcome. This is how we become the better versions of ourselves. Except that we may never stagnate, lest we become complacent. Then he raises his voice. How many of you live with fear? How many of you juggle with it as part of your daily routine? And how many of you will die as it continues to eat away at your hearts? This time, when I turn my head to glance at the people around me, they lower their heads in agreement. Again, not a singular sound leaves the confines of their masks. Amen. I feel something shift in my gut, but I ignore it. Paddington the bear? Paddington? Petting him seems curled up in a little ball behind me. He takes a few careful steps away from the altar, approaching the crowd with his book. Why are we confined here? Why are we rotting away in this prison? He stops. I want to free you of your fears and everything that holds you back, to help you achieve true change. In my mind, there's no... Oh, wait, sorry. Not in the priest voice. In my mind, there's no longer any doubt. This is no regular sermon. Yeah, we're doing bloods. I'm in. This is a blood ritual. There's definitely blood in that bowl. Or poison? He's trying to appeal to their problems and create a sense of trust, of course. Although I fail to understand for what purpose he's... Oh god. My fractum anema! A dizzy spell drapes over me. A thick cloak. All the blood leaves my head at once. I struggle to keep my head up. And yet, in the background, I hear his silken voice whispering sweet, sugary promises to his adoring crowd of devotees who drink his words up like precious nectar. This is my wish. And though it may take a while, know that I will do everything in my power to secure your freedom, my stars. This time the dizziness hits twice as hard, and my stomach twists intensely. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna throw up. I double over and force myself to take a deep, shuddering breath while the pain passes. I'm kind of thinking it's like Kool-Aid poison. Now. My vision blurs and my ears are full of cotton. Despite that, I hear him loud and clear. Dougal! What? Beyond my pain, I feel a strange self-consciousness as the sound of him speaking my name so clearly in front of everyone. Dude, I'm dying. Dougal, are you unwell? Yeah. The crowd's apprehensive silence persists, even as he cuts through them to stand above me. Come. His hand reaches out and as an open invitation. All I need to do is take his hand. Well. If I say the first option... Hold on, real quick. I'm getting bank text. Did my bank get hacked? No, we're okay. We're fine. God, why does it keep glitching out on the freaking save screen? So I feel like I'm gonna get the angry bar. I'm gonna get the danger bar. No, we're gonna have a danger bar. Alright. I'm going with alright. I'm not running. Tuchel's not running. What does he even want? I mean, he's gonna try to help you. I mean, we're passing out in the middle of a sermon. He's gonna resurrect me. He's gonna be like, with the power of the lunar god, you will walk. You will start levitating. I paused, taking deep and calming breaths. What choice do I have? Yeah, I mean, we pass out or we... What's the worst that can happen? My surroundings are not the friendly kind, and in the current state, I can't escape. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay! He says this, and I finally place my hand into his, and he pulls me up. He's gonna put me on the altar. He's gonna... Cirrus leads me into the front of the altar where he previously stood with the precipice palm on his shoulder, forcing me to my knees. Okay. Okay. He's gonna... He's going to... The liquid that's in the bowl. That's right. That's right. With the liquid that he has in that bowl, he's gonna put it on me somewhere. I'm calling it now. There's not just liquid up there for no reason. I'm a complete mess by the time we make it there, dizzy with the pain and soaked with cold sweat. My stars, I must ask for God. I must ask for your kind. Okay, hold on. Preacher voice. My stars, I must ask you for your kindness once more. Dougal here is one of those who is consumed with fear and pain. Some of you may very well be familiar with this kind of pain, the sort that you don't speak of. To those of you who never forget their duty to their neighbors, their friends, their peers, and who never forget their greatest gift, empathy. Please join me for a prayer. It's only a single voice that I hear at first. Levitating. They're a little delayed. A soft melodic chanting that carries over the crowd and echoes between the church walls. I'm gonna start levitating. Then a new voice joins in, then another. I am the new center of attention for all of these people as the chanting grows in solemn chorus that consumes the room. Their devotion is almost haunting. As though they practice this very song many, many times, it spills from their lips in loud, passionate harmony. And it dawns upon me that they probably have. I turn to find Cirrus mixing the contents of the bowl, focused on the bowl! Preacher's voice was just your voice. This I was trying to do a preacher's voice. Like the you know, the motivation. The motivational. The smile never leaves his face. He's no priest. He's a cult leader. Who the funk? These people are not here for a lunar god. At least it isn't their primary focus. It's him. Everything quietly falls into place, and well, that's the church, right? Everything quickly falls into place in my mind while my body is racked with tremors. This is bad. I feel like my reality and whatever delicate illusion it had trapped me in are collapsing around me. He approaches me and removes one of his gloves so he may drip his finger into the clear liquid. Oh, it's clear. Love. It's... Why is that only showing on stream and it's not showing in my it's not showing in my chat? I can see it. Was there something? Wait, was there something said before that I missed? I don't know. Then he takes my arm and traces the shape of a crescent on the inside of my wrist, coating it like a watery substance. That is semen. No. I don't think I would. It doesn't... The mask is what's throwing me off here. That needs to be known. Pumpkin. This is the safe word. Pumpkin. Did I say pumpkin? Pumpkin. That is semen in the bowl. It's not watery. Or it's not water. I'm calling it now. It's not water. So from the last demo press in there, he had a little slave in there that was like emaciated. Emaciated. And he was definitely getting something from him. I don't know what it was, and I can't prove it. But it's that bowl. The substance from him is in that bowl. Okay. Breathe. It's in order. Somewhere in my mind, well, I could breathe if my throat wasn't closing up. Do you tell somebody who's having an asthma attack to just breathe? Somewhere in my mind, alarm bells are going off again. I can't let him indoctrinate me into whatever this is. I need to stand my ground. I need to find the ichor. Yeah. I need to live. Yeah. I need... control. Hello? Is this gonna be Doki Doki Literature Club? Pumpkin is too... Doki Doki Literature Club! I can't... No! Dude, what? The chance blur out the rest of my thoughts. The consciousness... Okay, so he is not gonna help me cure my disease. He's gonna let me ride it out and die. And then I'm gonna be crucified behind them. Dougal's dead body is gonna be crucified behind them. My consciousness is a mere flicker of light amidst the enroaching darkness. Yeah. He's saying something, but I can't hear it anymore. My body moves on its own purely by instinct. I see the scenery change, but my tongue and jaw feels too heavy to move, let alone speak. I think Dougal just needs a drink of water. Just give me some water. My mind feels like a thick swamp, knee-deep, and so vicious I can barely make out what I'm even thinking anymore. Oh god, we're in the dungeon. Doki Doki Club. No, yes, obviously Doki Doki Literature Club is way better than this. I'm just saying. So far. So far. Yeah. Yeah, she would. So far. So far. We haven't seen the extent. I feel like this is really loud. On your end. We're in the dungeon. This is not gonna be good. But by some miracle, I make it back to Cirrus's room. Yeah, the dungeon is. Dougal needs a slice of wheat bread. And then I'm gone. The first thing that wakes me is a budding headache in my temples. It seems like all my mornings start the same now. Okay, what did he do with me while I was out? That's my question. What happened while I was not here? My mouth feels like sandpaper and lingering effects of yesterday's attack churn in my stomach. Anything more than crackers will probably lead to a piece of bread, a cracker. As expected, I'm in Cirrus's bedroom. It's the same as I remember. It is windowless and slightly impersonable. Yeah, it's windowless for a reason. Some crazy stuff goes on in here. Unexpectedly, he himself isn't here. Where'd he sleep? At the end of the bed, staring at you the whole time. I let my legs dangle over the edge of the bed, still wrapped in this blanket. Then I noticed the glass of water on the nightstand. I figure he must have left it there for me. Yeah, I needed water. A small, fresh bouquet of lavender flowers. He got me flowers? No, surely not. The flowers are for something else. Well, don't mind if I do. Water. Cirrus's name resonates in my mind as I down the glass. That's what a cult leader does. A faint hint of lavender lingers on my tongue, but it... Oh, okay. So it's just... They weren't like in a vase flowers. They were like in the water. Okay, I understand it now. Lingers on my tongue, but it disappears just as quickly as it arrived. It helps with the otherwise jarring taste of water first thing in the morning in any case. I don't understand him. I take a moment to regain my bearings before making my way back out into the church. Everybody still here? My path is aimless, meandering among the paintings and sculptures until I naturally reach the center altar, where I find a small group of people chanting Cirrus up. It's one of those moments where he seems unreservedly happy for once, all smiles and kind gestures, but I can't be sure. I don't know if I want to deal with him first thing this morning. Oh, so I was there all night? God knows what he did to me. But I can't help it. Deep down, I want to speak to him. I walk towards him before the thought even registers, giving the other churchgoers a small nod. Like, this is Dougal turning into a cult. Turning into a cult member. Like, morning. Good morning. I trust you've gotten good enough sleep and are feeling better? Sure. Yesterday's attack has left me more afraid than I'm willing to admit, but he doesn't need to know about that. I still have time. Maybe. I direct my gaze to the two strangers next to me. Uncomfortable with their presence, I recognize one of them as Miriam from yesterday. When did we learn her name? Did we just know it, magically know it now? Miriam? Miriam? My star, you've met Miriam. Her friend Lucia, and her attend the sermons on a regular basis. Yes, good morning, Dougal. Your performance yesterday truly was a sight to see. My performance? We weren't expecting such a passionate person at all. We could feel your emotion all the way at the back of the room. Thanks. No, thank you. You inspired us to work hard and earned the respect of our God. I hope to see you around more often, Dougal. I really mean that. Her hand reaches out to hold mine. It's warm and genuine as her. But then a flicker of fear squeezes my heart. This puts my anonymity at risk. Oh. Well, Dougal is rather busy, but I believe she will find the time for us another day. I can speak for myself, Cirrus. Please take care on your way out. The strange... Here's Arissa. You know, I hear. The strangers quickly take their leave. Giddy? No, Gidley. Where did I get Gidley? Giddy from our interactions, and it leaves a sour taste in my mouth. What do you think you're doing? Setting you up for success. Many of these people are on your side and willing to help. It's in our best interest to treat them well. It's my job to decide who's got my best intentions at heart. Well, Dougal, we already failed that assignment because we're here with this guy. Like, this is literally, he is at the bottom of the list of like who's actually going to be good in the series. Like, here's top one. I would say Francesco or Femboy 3. At number 2, oh shoot, I forgot his name. Oh my god. What is his name? It's gone. I can't remember his name. He was like my favorite one, too. Shit, I have no idea what his name is. Hold on, now I need to know. I need to know now. I love opening my Safari and the first thing is just pulled up as Masochist. That's lovely. Wait, it starts with an O. Oleander. Give me a minute. Someone's not in the car and my dad. Pull up the tier list. Kier's number 1. Okay. Kier's number 1. Okay, in my tier list, okay, who's gonna keep Dougal safe? It's gonna be Kier. Okay. Francesco is not gonna keep me safe. He has absolutely no ounce of being able to keep himself in his body. Kier number 1. He doesn't really like me that much, but he'll like me later. If I get the good ending like I did the first time, he'll like me. Number 1. Francesco, number 2. Oleander, yeah. He's bottom. He is bottom. There's no way, even in my top list of the people in this game, he's number 4. Keeping me safe is number 4. The Masochist line. He's the only one that's acted like this. He's the only one that has acted this on the line. Oleander, not bad. Just kind of little, not that weird. I mean, he's the problem. Definitely not yours. Dougal. He pauses, and when he sees I won't budge, he lets it go. I see. Perhaps you'll forgive me if I treat you to some breakfast. My gradually emptying coin purse enjoys this suggestion, and I take him up on it. I get to order whatever I want. Yes, you do. Sweet. He concedes, and I leave to make myself ready. Wait. He concedes and leaves to make himself ready. I don't know where I got myself. The breakfast cafe he finds is utterly out of character for him. Hey, I've been here. I've been here in the other playthroughs. I've been here with Oleander. It's a colorful little place decorated with dozens of lush flower bouquets. They spring up from every corner of the local, perfumed and delicate, while the walls are pasted with petals and more florals. What is Monster Prom? Do I want to know? Ten out of 10 on Steam? It's voice acted? That's the next one. That's the next one. It's a multiplayer? Overwhelmingly positive. Who's the choices? These? Smarts. I will add. It seems like I would. What's she doing with all that ass? On a Friday afternoon. Lordy Lou. $2018? Oh my god, this is... There's bundles here. Okay, that... I will be playing that next. It's hard enough to imagine him coming to a place like this, but seeing him seated on one of the small chairs makes it almost seem surreal. Nice place. I wasn't expecting a dungeon. Oh, wait, sorry. Hold on. Nice place. I wasn't expecting a dungeon. As I catch a whiff of pastries wafting from the oven, I feel my stomach settle down at last. He ignores my quip and motions to the empty seat facing him with a menu in hand. Sit. With a silent displeasure, I do, and a kind waitress takes our breakfast orders not 1 minute later. Ew! Crispy earthenberry toast and chocolate milk. Chalky milk. Fried eggs with salad and black coffee. Saffron-infused rice pudding and cinnamon tea. Ooh. That's bland. That's bland. He's paying. I'm gonna get whatever I choose. The cinnamon tea sounds very intriguing. But chalky milk? I'm going chalky milk. So, I fell asleep alone, and I'm pretty sure I woke up alone. Where were you last night? His lips quirk up into an amused smile. Interesting question. Surely you've heard a spare bedroom before, yes? They have those on the surface, too, if I'm not mistaken. Really? I can't say I have. This music, when they play this music, that means shit is about to hit the fan. I'll assume you didn't, in fact, want to wake up next to me then. Oh. Sweet treat break. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my camera off for this while I'm thinking about it. That does not need to be seen. Okay. Alright. I'll assume you did in fact want to wake up next to me then. How very forward of you, little star. What to do, what to do. What to do. Ugh. I think I say no here. No. I'll see how this goes. That's a very bold and also very incorrect assumption. Don't flatter yourself. When he sees I'm being totally honest, he leans back in his chair almost as if to give me space. I'm surprised at that answer. Of course I'm going back to doing this. Just as I'm about to snap back and quiet realization washes over me, and suddenly I don't feel like I'm putting up a front anymore. I don't know. Maybe I did. The both of us are very still for a second. The weight of what I said equally insecures. My mouth feels slightly dry, and now I wish our orders arrived. Well, I don't like that. I didn't like that. I'm gonna choose all of them and see. The music changed. The floor. You wound me. I put in all this hard work and I'm entitled to this payment. Hard work is subjective. But yes, I think that's where you'll feel most at home. For a split second, there's something else lingering behind his slowly widening grin. The danger bar! The danger bar! Okay, so... The danger bar. I'm assuming if I get here, he will kill me. He will kill me. I kind of like this, though. I like this interaction. I like this interaction most out of all of them. But I know I'm not going to get the good ending with this, I feel. I'm going with that answer. YouTube just tried to tell me to sleep, but mine shows on. What? Having the option to rewind without saving and reloading every time is super nice. No, yeah. I'd be doing that heavily. Heavily. Telling me to sleep, but mine shows on. What do you mean shows on? What's going on about Riley? Okay. Shortly after the waitress leaves with our platters of food. See, I liked that. I liked that brat answer. I'm going with it. Thanks. I take a short sip of my drink and distract myself from the conversation we just had and try to think of a different topic. Me? Huh? You're talking about me? But mine shows on. Like mine shows on like your stream. What are you talking about? Wait till it reloads. How often do these sermons happen? Anyway, I can't come up with anything good to talk about. I like the sermon question because that's interesting. Like, okay. What? Hello? Love you, bye. I'm slow, and I didn't know what she meant. I didn't know she meant, don't talk to me, my show's on. I was confused. I literally ride raid. God, I'm so special. How often do these sermons happen anyway? I'm going with that. Little star. How good to see you taking an interest in the sermons. I'm just asking. It's a weekly occurrence. If the church weren't so understaffed, we might have increased it to 2 a week. Or to twice a week. 2 a week. Bam! Why is the church understaffed if it's such an important part of life here? Simply due to the nature of the marketplace. Those wanting to take up permanent residency here are few and far between. I see. Our conversation reaches a neutral lull, and we take the time to savor our meal. Either this cafe has some of the most delicious food I've ever had, or I'm so hungry that it barely matters. You know, right? My dishes are empty before I even realize it. Was the food to your liking? Cirrus motions to an empty dishes with a nod as he fishes Finishes his own cup of tea. Good enough to justify whatever the hell happened yesterday. That's very good to hear, little star. Do you know oh. Monster Prom is being mentioned again. Got a Gmail notification. He gently dabs at the corner of his mouth with the provided handkerchief. We should go now. We should be going now. I repeat this in my mind, but I find myself unable to stand from my seat. It feels like the eyes behind our masks meet. Is something the matter? Yeah, actually. What is this? I gesture at the two of us, hoping he'll understand the implication. Never mind, your show's on. Look it up. Here, I can pull it up again. I didn't close out of the tab. Let's stay in here for a second. Monster Prom. It's multiplayer. Meaning that me... Right, up to 4 players. We could all play it. Dating sim. Let me go back to where, have they made anything else? Wait, is this all that they've made? Have they made any more dating sims? Doesn't look like it. God, you freaking AI. But, it doesn't look like it. Face 4-player local online party game. Mechanics. The friendship ruining game. Huh. Interesting. Monster Prom. It's only 5. Oh. Second term. Oh, is that like a one that came after? Second term features all new characters, narratives, and events that will provide you with countless new experiences in your quest of finding monster love. What? There's a newer one? Yeah, multiplayer. This is a newer one. It says all new characters. Interesting. MonsterCon. Oh, there's a whole lot of stuff here. What is this? This is in the same realm. 2025? Girl, don't get me started on date everything. Why does it not... Oh, okay. I have... Yeah. Banger. Anyways, okay. That's enough. We're going... Did you go to Twitch just to use the Sasuke emote? That's funny. Oh, yeah. I'm sure they are a lot faster on Twitch. And what about it? I gesture at the two of us, hoping he'll understand the implication. You're asking about our friendship? Or our relationship? I only know Monster Prom. I don't know if the other ones are good or not. Yeah, they might be. Who's to say? You're asking about our relationship? I sure am. This feels pretty unusual, even by the marketplace's standards. Must we label it? No, I just want us to set boundaries. As long as we're working together, I want an idea of what I'm getting into. That's not a crazy thing to say, Dougal. I'm not used to my colleagues forcing me into prayer and whippings. Yeah, that did happen. I see. In that case, perhaps we can discuss this over dinner tonight. Behind my mask, I squint. We're out for food right now. Yes, but I'm partial to a private setting for these kinds of conversations. Would that be alright with you? I can't tell if you're asking me on an official date or you're trying to trick me into getting flogged again. Word. Word. Cirrus only smiles. I'm inviting you to come and find out. Hey-o! Warmth rushes straight through my body. Warmth? Warm. Warm. Warm rushes straight through my body. Fine. But then I think we should head out now. Of course. So, okay. Is this going to be chapter 3? Because if it's going to be chapter 3, I'm going to be pissed. I need to readjust. Oh my god. Ow. Okay. He hands the waiter just enough coins to cover our breakfast and small tip, then rises from his seat to find the entrance. Hitting a dead zone in construction, I'm probably going to pop out, but I believe in your ability to make the murderer feel love again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. The murderer. Hey, in this part, he hasn't murdered me yet. As of yet, he has not murdered me. So that's great. We're greeted with a view of swing cables, flickering streetlights, and cold cavern air. Damn it. It happens more and more often now, walking together in silence. Most of our discussions are best saved for later, far away from eavesdroppers. I follow him into the gradually crowding streets, through the twists and turns until we reach a crossroads and stumble upon a decidedly familiar figure. A golden mask, expensive clothes, and sun-kissed skin. Fanboy 3! Fanboy 3! Oh, it's you! The fancy stranger recognizes me from earlier, and I reach out to Cirrus to stop him for a moment. It's Dougal. His face lights up. Dougal! Thank you for trusting me enough to tell me. I was hoping I'd stumble upon you again. It's a lovely time of day to meet. His attitude hasn't changed at all, which is almost relieving. You won't return the favor? Oh, sir. He raises his hand agitatedly. Of course I will. It's Francesco. Francesco? Is it Francesco or Francesco? I think I've been saying it wrong the whole time. I think of Francesco. His gaze slides over to Cirrus, who has yet to say a word for once. And will you do me the honor of introducing me to your elegant friend? I have to force myself to conceal my laughter. Cirrus, I don't believe I've seen you around these parts from the star. Dumbfounded, Francisco stares up at me after realizing the star bit applies to him too. Forgive me, I'm not sure what warrants that such title. Did I think I said Siri or something? Why did my phone go off? What happened? I don't know. Cirrus stills for a moment. Simply a common courtesy I extend to all those who visit the underground. He's the head priest of the Lunar Church. Oh, I see. I'm not of the solar religion myself, so I'm afraid my arrogance... I can't read. My ignorance might offend you. I hope you'll answer my many questions in the future, sir. Watching the conversation unfold is almost comical. He left? He just left? He just left me? There's an undercurrent of tension between them that almost makes it more uncomfortable to watch by the second, until Cirrus excuses himself and steps aside to indulge someone who recognizes him on the street. And then the tension mercifully deflates until it's just Francesco and I. Has the underground been treating you well? Yes, very. I'm learning so much. It seems like you are too. I know we don't know each other all that well yet, but you didn't strike me as a religious type. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna know? What is he gonna do? I see. Dougal? The tone of his voice suddenly changes. I hope you don't mind if I ask something, though it isn't my place. Ask ahead. You look relieved to see the man go. Are you alright? Aw. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy, man. Something in my stomach feels cold. That's a pretty blunt question for a stranger, yeah? I realize I'm buying time for myself. Well... He seems even more flustered now. I just needed to know if my queen needed my assistance. Do you want to leave? You don't need to stay if you're not feeling well. Is it going to give me a choice to go with him? It dawns upon me that this might be my one and only way out. I don't have much time. Hold on. That was really fast. I don't want to leave because this is a Cirrus route, but it did save here in case if I want to know it in the future. No, thank you. I'm fine. Such a little guy. He just wants to help me. Wow. I stand by my... I stand with my decision and determination unwavering. I still have a few errands left to run. Oh, of course. He himself straightens up, ready to bow in apology. I'm terribly sorry for assuming your position. Ease up, buddy. This is starting to feel like a deja vu. I've been here before. I think we'll be heading out soon. I hope you find your fortune down here. Thank you. I'll make sure to look hard. What a cutie patootie. We share polite farewells, and I enjoy a short moment on my own, wandering about Lord have mercy. Wondering about the likelihood of stumbling upon the same person twice by sheer coincidence in the marketplace. Francesco's figure has blended into a crowd by the time Cirrus' hands finds its way to my shoulder. Little star. His smile is tight. He waited for me. Thank you. Pleasure's all mine, sir. One could get used to being addressed like that. I'll have you know. That being said, your sarcasm is noted. I point in the direction of the Leaping Bear Inn. Well, I don't know about you, but I need some time to myself. I see you got... Wait, is he gonna be jealous? Is he gonna be jealous? I see you got along well with that man, didn't you? He completely ignores my question in favor of his own. Just in case he's cute. That's not what I was... that is not the same. That is not the same. Cute and being a sweetheart is not the same. Oh, Francesco's a sweetheart. Unlike you, he seems like a decent guy. This is the pissed off music. Unlike you, he seems like a decent guy. Maybe I should ask him on a date. Oh! This is what I wanted. Oh, really? His smile is so eerie, it chills me to my core. In the corner of my eye, I notice his hand suddenly twitch. Brief experience tells me oh, okay, hold on. Brief experience tells me that oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please. Brief experience tells me that's the hand of someone who wants blood. Yeah. My treacherous body sends my own blood flowing to my cheeks when I realize what could be in store for me later. Okay, let me just go back real quick and let me choose the other one. It's probably going to be boring. He's just an acquaintance. Jealousy is not a good look on you, Cirrus. Francisco just some polite fellow. Is that so? For a second, it looks like the strain in his jaw dissipates. Do I go back and do the other option? I don't think I should. I don't think I should. I want to. If my actions didn't have consequences, I would do that. But they do. So, I'm not gonna do it. 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 Okay? Good. Keep it that way. Okay, maybe I like this decision. After a moment of silence, I cast a glance back in the direction of the inn. None of this changes the fact that I'm still in need of a bath and a walk. Yeah, I need a bath. I need a bubble bath. Take a bubble bath, babe. Isn't that what he says, Riley? If you're still in here, can you confirm? On my own, preferably. Cirrus pauses before answering. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I want to take a bath. It comes out quieter than what I'm used to. A strange sensation. Yeah, I'm positive. We'll see each other for dinner anyways. What's the big deal? The marketplace isn't getting any safer. On top of that, your affliction means you should be resting. Again, I have to say, that's rich coming from you. His frown deepens this time. Little star. By the little god, scars, I know. You said you wanted to keep me safe. I'm glad you remember. And you best not you'd best not forget. Got it. Okay. He's adamant about this, and I'm too tired to argue, so I agree with that. The conversation's over. Who's gonna come with me? Oh, no, he's not. Okay. We bid farewell. We bid each other a terse farewell, and at last I'm alone, free to explore and resume my search. The labyrinth of the stalls and merchants spread out before me. I've got a couple of ideas today. There's a path close to the ruby walls, and I haven't explored yet. Supposedly a hub for religious activity. Maybe I can find a new lead there. There's the potion shop from yesterday in case there's something I missed. And it's a stretch, but maybe I could find something if I go back to the auction house and ask around. Oh, okay. So I think I can probably go down of each one of these and see what I can get. Okay. So I'm just gonna go down the list. The crowd is abuzz with energy by the time I arrive. Someone is putting up flyers about a meeting on the bulletin board, and I take the opportunity to snatch one up from them. The Moonshine Reunion. Something tells me this isn't about the illicit alcohol they sell down here. In fact, the margins of the page are filled with illustrations of ornaments one might find in the church. If this weren't one, if this weren't 1 month into the future, I might have attended. I stopped at the cloak person who put up the flyer and to ask further questions. Excuse me, do you attend these meetings? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. Can you tell me a little more about them? I'm curious. It isn't totally just a bunch of peeps helping each other. Pilots of wardrobe sales and prayer study. It's pretty cozy. You want me to, escort you there? No, thanks. I'll find my way there. Just fine. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm gonna ask more questions. I decided... Ask more questions. I decided to dig a little deeper. So everyone who attends goes to church here. Not to be rude, but are you daft? Bear with me for a second. Do you know Cirrus? Oh, yeah. He's the coolest. Everyone loves him to bits. Well, then. He's made so many donations to the people here without ever asking for anything in return. He's, so selfless. I believe we're talking about a different person here. Sometimes he joins the meetings, too, so if it's in your interest, you could definitely see him there. Really? What does he get out of these meetings? Not to be rude, but are you one of his stalkers? I feel like my patience is being tested. But that's interesting. He has stalkers? I guess it's not very surprising considering his perfect public image. I'd sleeping with his tongue out. With all due respect, if I were a stalker, I would already know this information. Huh, good point. Well, he totally helps with the studies, obviously. We've got a few theology students. That, and he stays to chat with peeps. I see. Got one more question for you. Well, make it quick. I don't have all day. Then or Icor. You happen to know where I can find any? Did you find it yet? He ate that thing. Really? He did. Did. Like, not to be rude, but... No, I'm sorry. I totally just wish you good luck. After giving me a curt nod, they tighten their hood on the flyers and scuffle off. Darn. The only information I got from that, as expected, Cirrus is a figure beloved by many. Guess I know where to apply pressure now, though. I take a moment and reassess my situation. What should I do next? The potion shop. I have the way to the little potion shop memorized from the main street to cul-de-sac alley. The landscape narrows with each turn. Facade. Oh, is that facades? I don't know. Facade's darkening, and eventually the shop comes into view. I push my way past the front doors. The owner seems busy with filling some paperwork, so I take another stroll through their inventory. Then something close to the corner of the room catches my eye. It's almost hidden from view, half tucked behind one of the shelves, a missing persons poster. That's not something I expected people to pay much attention to down here. Must be someone pretty prominent. I step a little closer until I can make out the name masked portrait of the person, and I find myself furrowing brows. Nexus. The owner of the notes Cirrus claims to have found. Why the hell does he have a missing persons poster? I instantly reach out to wave the owner over behind their spot at the register. Is there something I can help you with? Yeah, you know this person? Or you knew this person? I point to Nexus' picture and return the applause. I know him, yes. A lovely old man. I actually created this poster myself. I thought he was dead, not missing. See, that's what everyone is saying. Heart attack or diabetes. Maybe just bad luck. But that makes no sense to me. Nexus may have been putting up there in terms of age, but he was in phenomenal shape. I don't believe for a second he's dead. Oh. He must be out there. I'm so sorry. My stomach is full of dread, twisted into uncomfortable knots. There's something not right, but I can't quite understand it. I'll make a note of this. Okay. I think the owner and leave, in desperate need of air. The cold sweat makes me shiver. But I have to keep moving. What's next? The auction house. The way back to the auction house feels strange somehow. Maybe it's the fact that my time is running out, but coming here feels like it bears more weight. I'll ask about the ichor supplier. I refocus my mind on the task at hand and approach the bookkeeper. You're back. So it seems. We still don't have any lunar ichor, if that's what you're here to ask about. My heart aches with disappointment. I expected as much. I have a different question this time, though. Well, I'm all ears. Can you point me towards the supplier? Oh, no. Have you learned nothing during your stay underground? Confidentiality is of the utmost importance. This was also to be expected. For the first time in a while, desperation rears its ugly head and begins to claw. I want to lash out at this person and wrestle the information out of their hands. Pure animal instinct begging me to do whatever it takes to stay alive. I won't make any trouble for you. I just need this information. No deal. Their knife gleams from the table as a friendly reminder to keep my cool. Is there anybody else you could point me to? You should leave. Alright, well. The finality, maybe, and their tone is borderline crushing, but I turn around and do, in fact, leave before emotions overtake me any further. That could have gotten better. It's hard to recover from that one. Every single lead I have continues to get stuff out before my eyes. But I am stubborn, if anything else. One of these leads will get me somewhere eventually. What do I do now? Go back to the church. Take me to church. No point in putting it off any longer. I should get back to the church before dinner. But I still have an errand or two to take care of before I head back. And I guess I have a date to prepare for tonight. Oh, did I get all dressed up? Once quick trip to the drugstore and the bath in the comfort of my own room later, I feel significantly better. I've taken the time to dust off my cloak and change my gloves and have a general reset before tackling the night ahead of me. I immediately unsettle what I uncovered at the potion shop so I cannot fully relax. Suspicion continues to gnaw at my conscience. until I still my thoughts altogether. He wants to talk about our relationship in private. I know beyond a shadow of doubt that's a trap of sorts. What kind of genuine relationship can I form after a handful of days? But I can't seem to care. I'm already in too deep. Yeah, I agree with you, Dougal. I greet Rufus on the way out and find myself walking to the path towards the church, completely on autopilot. The directions are ingrained in me at this point. It's only when I'm about to push through the church doors that I refocus on my objective, finding out what happened to those documents. I find Cirrus, oddly enough, pacing around the altar. Or not alone this time either, with a pair of seemingly older visitors praying close to the sea of the candles further ahead. Is that further? Yeah, okay. They pay us so much, and I'm grateful for it. As soon as he notices me, makes his way over in a hurry. You're late. Where have you been? I try not to let his comment get under my skin, but it's not a good start. That's none of your concern. I'm back, aren't I? Yes. Yes, you are. I squint up at him, though I'm aware he can't see it. And what's gotten your panties in a twist? His mouth curls in distaste for a second until he relaxes into a smile. Worrisome rumors. I overheard some visitors mentioning increased gang violence in a nearby part of the marketplace. I'm glad you're safe. He seemed truly worried for a second. Or am I just imagining it? I follow him into the back of the church, out of earshot of any other potential visitors, when he stops and turns around, hesitating for a moment. My star, I have a proposal for you. In order to facilitate our research and ensure your safety, I believe it might be in your best interest to move into one of the church rooms. I knew he was going to say that. I knew that was coming. Oh, shit. You get your own room, of course, free of charge. Your finances are rather limited, yes? Research takes time. Synthesizing the ichor is not an overnight matter, and we may need to get our hands on difficult to access. Oh my god! Oh my god! Hands on difficult to access ingredients. What do you think? I have a feeling that no way is it going to lead me into a part where I have to say what I want. Like he's gonna force me to stay no matter what, regardless. I think so. We're gonna do fine. Almost everything about this is a bad idea. I know that once I'm settled here, I'll be comfortable, but heavy dependent on someone with strange motivations. And yet, I can't rule out this possibility. I don't want to. I guess it makes sense, if only for a short period of time. He breaks out into a smile that almost makes me forget everything he's done up till now. I'm glad you understand, little star. And I'm thrilled that you'll stay. The church arrangements are quaint, but I hope you'll feel somewhat at ease. For a second, the scenery before me blurs. What have I done? Cirrus leads me into one of the rooms, and leads one of the rooms to the right of his, close to the end of the corridor in the back. It looks strikingly familiar to his own room, minus a few pieces of furniture. It's barren and minimalist, but it is free. Still, as I take in where I'm going to spend the next undefined amount of time, I find it hard to celebrate with the ever-growing discomfort. I need to loosen up before I lose my grip. My palm feels clammy, and I feel a prickling in the back of my neck, but I burrow my feelings and turn towards him. Looks like I'll be living in lap of luxury. Displeased? No, but this looks more like a prison cell than an actual room. I'm thinking potted plant series, a photograph or two, hell, maybe even a tiny two-gent statue from the shitty souvenir stall. I'd like to remind you that this is a guest room usually reserved for emergencies. Pray forgive if the aesthetics are but an afterthought. Barely forgiven. You're going to be difficult, guest, I see. If you expected anything else at this point, that's just on you. I pause. But you also have to understand why I'm reluctant. And I do. He bridges the distance between us and places a hand on my shoulder. I'm taking this very seriously, Dougal. I'll do anything I can to save your life. I peek up at his surprisingly somber expression and wait for the cloud of doubt to settle over my heart. But it never comes. You mean it? I most certainly do. His hand lingers, and I feel the warmth seep through my cloak. Then his thumb presses into my shoulder muscle and checking for tension. Have you been sleeping poorly? Couldn't it just be the stress of me maybe kicking the bucket soon? You will not be kicking any buckets. Yeah. I find myself grumbling. The Leaping Bear is great, but their pillows are subpar. Speaking of which, I need to check out of my room. Go tomorrow. It's getting late. You should rest up while you can. Am I not going to dinner? Weren't we going to have a dinner date too? Interesting. I didn't realize you were looking forward to it. Am. It's been a while since have been wined and dined. He caresses the surface of his mask, right over where what? Hold on. He caresses the surface of my mask, right over where my cheek would be. It's the first time I've truly wished for my mask to come off. Let's wait until tomorrow. Come on! When you've had time to settle in and get refreshed. I'm looking forward to it. Just as my heart flutters ever so slightly, the smile widens. Actually, I've prepared something special for you, oh god. What is it? You have to wait and see, it's a surprise. The surprise from Cirrus sounds ominous, but I let it slide. I really should get some rest. It's been a strange day. Cirrus leaves me to unpack a few belongings that I have on me and get comfortable. He's already laid out a towel and washcloth beside on the bedside table for me, as well as another glass of water, with the usual few sprigs of lavender flowers on the side. It's the only decoration in the room. He must really like lavender flowers. He puts them everywhere. It's the only time I've crawled under the covers and extinguished the light source that I realized I'd forgotten to ask Cirrus about the documents. Shit, what am I doing? I'm deeply upset with myself. I shouldn't get distracted, not this easily. I have to do better. Tomorrow, for sure. I'm out early the next day before any guests or Cirrus begin trickling into the church's main hall. It's a blissful quiet. The stalls outside are still busy, and the murmur of the crowd never truly dies down at any point in the marketplace. But something about this time of the day feels almost magical. I pick up breakfast along the way, and as I'm munching away, the inn comes into view. I'm sorry, Bruna. I'm leaving. I hate it. My gloves make work of the crumbs under my mask, and then I'm making my way to the reception with slow steps. The woodsy smell of the inn is soothing, and it's at that point I realize how much of a second home the Leaping Bear has become. For a brief second, melancholy hits me. I'll miss this place. I expect to see Bruna behind the counter, but she's nowhere to be seen. For once, it's Rufus manning the place. She must be resting. I pad up my old room without a second thought. There's not much left in here. My pack with personal belongings, knickknacks, and I've collected during my stay, and a few basic toiletries. I tuck them away in the comb through the room one final time to check if anything I may have left behind. I'm all set. Okay, so not gonna do that. The melancholy briefly returns when my hand reaches for the doorknob. I should come back here after everything is done at the church. Yeah, if we're alive. Good morning, Rufus. Rufus says nothing. Instead, he nods once in what I assume to be an act of courtesy. I've come to give my keys back. I thought I'd be staying longer, but hey, life goes on. I slide my medallion and key across the counter, along with the last portion of my payment. I wanted to thank you and Bruna have made me feel very welcome and very safe. I paused, gauging his reaction. I know you're not much of a talker, but I enjoyed our time together. Please let Bruna know I said hi. I put my hand out, offering what I assumed he'd be most receptive to, a handshake. He takes his and we share a wordless farewell. His hand is calloused and worn from hard work. And in that moment, I feel his dedication to this place. This is a hand of someone willing to put his life down for this establishment. I know that, without a doubt, he cares, in his own stoic way. I'm about to pull back, but he holds on a tad longer. Beyond his mask, I catch a glimpse of dark, questioning eyes. Maybe this is his way of confirming if I'm sure. All I can do is nod back, and then he releases me without delay. And with that, I'm on my own. Headed back out to the maze of stalls, crowds, and crimson lanterns. The one thing that constituted any form of stability for me down here is gone. I'll be fine. I have to be. I will be. Cirrus. Little star, I trust your errand went well? It did. I hold up my sparse belongings. It's official. I'm living here now. Marvelous. But before we get ahead of ourselves, you owe me some news about the documents. He says to me for a second. Don't be so rash. We've got a lead, some formulas and the like. And then my heart rate picks up. Tell me. No, show me everything. As I said earlier, you mustn't be rash. I need to confirm this lead first. Surely you wouldn't be so foolish to blindly follow a recipe and ingest its contents when you don't even know what it may be. Impatient burns up inside me, clawing on my mind. No, but we're running out of time. This is my decision to make. Didn't you say this guy, Nexus, was trustworthy? Bella? Did I just get I heard a notification. Maybe I'm tea ripping. Little star. You could never know everything about a single person. You of all people should know that better than anyone else, The smiles drops. I don't want you ingesting a failed experiment. I want to keep you safe. So for your sake, I must ask for you to trust in this matter. You can rest assured that as soon as I've thoroughly checked the recipe and contents, I will let you know. Asking for trust, some nerve he's got. I'm bringing up the Nexus friend because it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Well, speaking of Nexus, you'll never guess what I found the other day. A missing persons poster by someone who claimed to have been good friends with him. Someone who was equally adamant about Nexus being in excellent health right before disappearing. Is that so? It's odd, isn't it? You're so certain of his death. Little star. The temperature around us drops. The silence within the church has never felt as suffocating as it does now, and a chill runs through me. What are you trying to tell me? You. My tongue feels like the lead in my mouth. It was you, wasn't it? You killed him. I don't know exactly what it is I'm expecting, but I'm absolutely not serious smiling down at me. That's very funny. Your humor is quite crude, isn't it? I realized after a few seconds of digging my fingernails into the fabric of the that my back is soaked in cold sweat. I need to back off. Quickly. Haha. Yeah, sorry about that one. It was a bit tasteless. Not to worry. Indeed, nobody is truly safe down here. Illness, kidnapping, falling into the river and drowning. Yeah. It has been a while now, but I do recall his family calling me and announcing me the news of his death. A ceremony was held shortly after. Listen to me, little star. It's not unusual for people to cope with grief in the way that you just saw, by clinging on to a scenario where said person might be alive somewhere out there. Isn't it much easier for your heart that way? Yes. I released a shuddering breath. It probably is. Okay. I do trust you, Cirrus. Good, thank you. You'll see everything will fall into place. You'll be safe. Okay. Considering that I know that now, I think I have to go back to the menu. Yeah, here. We're going to just trust him right off the bat. Okay. I do trust you, Cirrus. Good, thank you. Okay, maybe it was the exact same and I can just get more information that way. Oh my god! You'll see, everything will fall into place. You'll be safe. Now, let's put all this behind us. Sounds like a plan. Please rest some more today. We'll have dinner in the back tonight. We've got a lovely dining room for special equations. Equations! Sounds extravagant. You sure we should be using the room just for us? Can't we just go out like normal people? So many questions. Have you forgotten my title, little star? Nope. Just making sure we don't commit any extra sins while on holy ground. Thoughtful as always. Well, off you go. I'll attend to my regular duties today. Sure. After being practically shooed, my shoulders sag with relief. I guess I should rest up some more. Then I can take another walk around through the stalls. Tonight is going to be quite something. Dinner time rolls around quickly. The day is blur of bed rest, endless stalls with nothing to offer, and a lavender-infused water. In the end, the dining room is a welcome change of pace. The atmosphere inside is solemnly but intimate. The table has been set for 2 people, complete with beautiful napkins and polished silverware and candle holders that shine with gentle luster. Lordy Lou. I'm memorized by the details when I look closer that the oak flower pattern woven into the tablecloth and dedicated wham label on the table. The bottle of wine suggests it's been saved for a special occasion, careful arrangement, and the bread inside its basket. Everything is laid out with a kind of meticulous care reserved for royalty. Do you like it? Miriam? I recognize her voice instantly, and she shuffles out of the doorway to greet me. You remember me? Of course. What are you doing here? Cirrus enlisted me to help to prepare your dinner tonight. I hear you're going to be having a lovely date night. He's told others. I don't know how to feel about that yet. You're very talented. It looks gorgeous, Miriam. Oh, thank you. That makes me so happy. I just want you and him to be at ease. Something makes me shift slightly. Does he typically do this as churchgoers for favors? Oh no, he rarely asks. We offer our help every time we come here because we want to do good. She's in deep. I watch as she hesitates and reaches towards my cloak and softly brushes the fabric. Excuse me. We've got some dust here. Oh. For a brief moment, I feel like a child again, being gently cared for by a motherly figure. Then the dust is gone, and so is the moment. Cirrus comes through the door in his usual attire, relaxed. Good evening, you two. Cirrus. Good evening. I'll be out of your hair in a moment. She lowers her head and leaves for what I assume to be the kitchen. Is it really alright to use her for your personal benefit? Using is a crude way of putting it. She offered for help numerous times, and I finally found an opportunity benefiting her. Well then. This is a beautiful arrangement she's outdone herself. Indeed. Come, Dougal. He takes a moment to pull out a chair for me, and I take a seat. He finds his own seat across mine. Locking us into face-to-face that feels a tad more intimidating than I expected. To bring us the food, all you have to do is enjoy yourself. Little fingers unlock the wine, and he pours a small amount in my glass to allow me to sniff. But the tartness of plum and smokiness of oak, the rich sweetness of cherries, I almost said concubine, all combine into a wonderful scent that leaves me wanting a proper taste. Guess it's time to undo this whole thing. I find the glass and undo the lower part of my mask. The sensation is so familiar, but it's utterly relieving. The taste of the wine doesn't disappoint either. It leaves my mouth dry, but my taste buds are singing. A rare vintage? Far from it. Its production is abundant on the surface. I simply like to mature mine for a few years longer to develop the flavor. I'm surprised that you have patience for that kind of stuff. Come on. Come now. You, of all people, should know that I am very patient. Our first course arrives. Cured ham and thinly sliced vegetables and a beautiful pattern on the palette, and Miriam brings us a small pitcher of walnut oil to pair this with some bread. He wasn't joking. This whole setup feels like a date. I think we lock eyes for a moment. Let's cut to the chase. Our relationship. You said you wanted privacy before telling me about it. You won't even wait until the main course. I've waited long enough, Cirrus. His lips took into a dubious green. Green. Perhaps I should keep you waiting for a bit longer. I'm enjoying the food. Your desperation is delightful too, of course. Oh, no, you don't. I found myself raising the knife in my hand. I gazed, trained on his unfazed expression. I will get what I want. Cirrus laughs, but it's far from friendly. It's purely twisted amusement, dripping from the smile like long repressed venom. Do you want to play Little Star? Um, um, something in my mind clicks. I don't hate the sight of him. To hell with it. You call it a game, yet you're afraid of losing. There's nothing more pathetic than someone too proud to admit his weakness. So eager to mouth off. So what? You know there are consequences. Sure, consequences. I see. Oh my god! Why did it glitch out like that? Lord have mercy. Is it my Streamlabs messing up? Oh my god! What happened? Streamlabs, are you okay? The way his grin widens so full of promise makes my heart spike and my cheeks flush. You know what's coming later. Oh. Now. We're almost ready for the main course. Okay. Can I just go back right? I can. Hold back. I lower my knife. That was incredibly reckless. Sorry, I got a bit heated there. You should be careful. Waving a knife around could get you in a lot of trouble. Once again, I feel like I've avoided something dire. Now. We're almost ready for the main course. I think I'm going to keep it like this. Yes. My mouth feels dry, and as if he could read my thoughts, Cirrus tops up my glass with a generous glug of wine. Trying to get me drunk won't work, you know. No, not drunk. Pleasantly blessed, perhaps. Blah, blah, blah. Do you have a high tolerance? Somewhat, yes. My height is an advantage in this case. We paused for a moment, still recovering from the earlier heat. You wanted to ask me about the nature of our relationship. That's right. I'd say this right here. Pleasant company, the opportunity to let off some steam and some potentially life-saving benefits on the side. He takes a moment to take another sip of wine. I care for you, Dougal. We haven't known each other very long. I leave that to be irrelevant at this point. This kind of intimacy is rare, don't you think? Huh? What? Maybe. Well, allow me to ask you a question in return. What do you see me as? Huh? I get to choose? Like we're on a date. We're on a date. I guess this is intimate. We've seen sides of each other that nobody else has. Perhaps we've grown dependent in a way that only lovers do. It's hard to say. Oh my. I'm very flattered that you see it that way. Thank you. The main dish arrives then, whose roasted fish is and salt crust. Miriam debones in front of us and serves us generous chunks. It's quiet when she's there. But then the tension isn't out of the air this time. It's anticipation. Little star. Yes. I told you I held... Okay. So he's very flattered. Let's say a play partner. Well, you with me. We somewhat banter. I enjoy it. I think it's fitting to call us play partners, though nothing else was discussed beforehand, and details are still muddy. Yes, I think that's rather fitting. Perhaps we could have to discuss to ease your fears in that case. Okay. Business partner. You're helping me solve a problem, and it seems like I'm helping you in some way too. That makes it feel like a transactional and professional relationship. That is an interesting take on the situation. It does make sense. Okay, so I think regardless he, like, agrees, a stranger. Fact remains is, we barely know anything about each other. I don't let people in easily, and this makes you a stranger to me. He's gotten eerily quiet. I do hope I'll be able to change your mind. Okay. I still don't, like, trust him, so I don't know if I should do... Is this the one that said, surprise? I told you I had a prepared surprise for you. You did. I'll be able to reveal it to you soon. After dinner, that is. A package is waiting for you in my room. Oh, in your room, sorry. Oh. Well, I'm intrigued. Then I'm doing my job right. The rest of the plate goes down quickly, while Cirrus takes his time and savors every mouthful. The longer the night goes, and my glass gets refilled, the more my senses dull. You're slow. Simply enjoying myself. You're enjoying yourself too slowly. Dragging out pleasure is one of life's greatest experiences. He punctuates the last statement with a smile and hits me differently in my current state. You're awful. You keep saying such hurtful things despite all the hard work I'm putting in for you. Well, now you're just not playing fair. Aw. His left hand finds mine across the table, and his thumb caresses the ridge of my knuckles. Lightning rushes straight through me. You're very honest while under the influence. Well, I do enjoy the sight of it immensely. Perhaps you should have some water. You can't tell me what to do. Really now. Okay. I gotta walk in. You're unraveling right before me. So needy. Dessert finally arrives. A dark chocolate crumble served with hot cherry sauce. Mine feels deliciously hazy from the sugar. Maybe I should drink the beer so I can get on their level. I've had sitting here for almost 2 hours. it's lukewarm now. Nah. No, but I do need a sweet treat, I feel. Oh. So needy. Crazy thing to say. Alright, we're back. Boop. Mine feels deliciously hazy from the sugar and the wine and tension. Before long, his gloves come off and the long fingers smearing warm and sticky cherry over my lips. Whoa! Hold on! Before long, his gloves come off and long fingers are smearing warm, sticky cherry over my lips, forcing me to lick them clean. Good. Memories from last time send rushing warmth throughout my body. My tongue wraps around his index and middle fingers. Jesus Christ. Okay, the present intrusive when they push past my lips, but too pleasurable for me to do anything to stop them. Don't be sloppy. Okay! We're in it! We're in it! We're in it! I catch myself making noises I shouldn't be at this point. Control slips from between my fingers like sand. Shh. He leans back and wipes his hand off with the napkin without ever taking his gaze off me. I thoroughly enjoyed our meal together, little star. I have to catch my breath before I can formulate an answer. His flirtatious or whatever they are do nothing to stoke the fire burning inside me. Okay. Hold on, I'm making sure that my stream didn't lag. No, it did kind of flicker there for a second. I realized I didn't want this to stop. Me too. Go find that packaging now. I'll see you very soon after. I don't fully grasp his words now, but I finally leave the table and I'm greeted by the ever-familiar scent of the incense and smoke in the corridor. My room is here. And sure enough, a little wooden box is laying on my bed and a letter placed neatly on top. I swallow past the knot of... Oh my gosh, why is it tripping? I swallow past the knot in my throat and make quick work to the golden wax seal over the envelope. Dougal, here's my small gift to you. I hope you like it. I'm expecting you in my room. Please wear the content. Hey, so I knew it was gonna be something like that! Yours truly, Cirrus. I very much know what this means. I carefully open the box and reveal its contents. What lies inside is... Oh. Okay. Nothing at all. We're not doing this. No, feminine. Okay. What is Riley doing? What is Riley doing right now on stream? I don't know. Let's see. What is she playing?
Overall volume? Honestly,
Oh, she's playing Overwatch. Is she playing Overwatch by herself?
We got it together now.
I think that's time for a break. I think that is a good break time. Because that's about to get crazy. And I don't think okay, she's playing with Kaden.
I have mine. Oh, wait, no, yes I did.
Okay, let's join. What is up, Goober Gang?
What is up,
hey.
bro? Goober Gang? What is up, bro?
Dude.
Damn, that was good.
Riley?
Sorry, I'm watching
Yeah,
so
stuff's
hard.
crazy right now.
Huh?
It's crazy on Overwatch right now.
Oh, no, I was,
Junkrat's name's pole dancer.
I was gonna tell you, like, no context, this is the list that's popping up on my screen, because I'm still in Obscura, but I'm saving it for next time, because I can't do this right now. Here's the list. A set of bra and panties with traditional marketplace pattern, a lacy bustier and a thong, a silken camisole with matching underwear, a cute pair of panties and nothing else. Go back.
Oh my lord.
Yes, Obscura.
I say a cute pair of panties, nothing else. YOLO.
Really?
Jesus. Yeah.
Really?
YOLO.
Okay, I'm yellowing. Now I might continue. You're giving me confidence to continue.
Yeah, YOLO.
Okay, I'm gonna continue. I'll be back later, guys.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, I'm at a quite interesting part. Quite an interesting part, you can see. Rayleigh said a cute pair of panties and nothing else. I don't know how detailed this game goes. I literally don't know. Okay. Oh. There's no top here, is there? For a moment, I'm tempted to protest him. But I realize that would be dishonest of me. There's no point in putting it up any longer. It was expected he'd be planning a round 2. Oh god. Oh god. Oh lord. I'm unreasonably excited. The thrill of not knowing what he has prepared for me, but knowing that it's going to leave me breathless and heady cocktail that makes me even drunker than the wine. I'm not thinking straight right now, but I don't feel like I'm in any danger. I take a deep breath. I'll clean up first. Dude, why does it... Oh, why does it keep doing that? The atmosphere inside the Cirrus's room is different today. Tighter, coiled up, as though the anticipation itself were weaving its energy into the walls of the room. It's plunged in near darkness, reduced to a few candles atop brass holders in the corners. I'm still wearing my cloak for the... Gosh. Obscura. It's taking me out. I'm still wearing my cloak for the sake of modesty in the corridors. Despite this, I feel his eyes burning through me. I'm laid bare before him, and although the door is unlocked, almost daring me to turn around before the point of no return, I make no move to do so. No, this is where I want to be. Is now. Our playfulness is long gone from his expression as he approaches, reaching out to delicately trace the outer curve of my mask. Sweet little star. Then he pulls me in flush against his chest, but he makes no move to do anything else other than hold me there in perfect silence. Although I want to ask why, I can't. I'm here. Hold on, wait a minute. Just whatever you do not enjoy my stream right now. Yes. Yes, you are. His fingers... Wait, well, what did I say? Oh, okay. Never mind, I forgot. His fingers find their way to the back of my head, slipping under the fabric of my hood, and they claw against my skin with a familiar sense of desperation. You're here. You're right here, and I'm going to remind you of the reason you're here at all in the first place. Cirrus releases me then, and reluctantly steps away to give me a little space. Strip. Oh my god. Lord have mercy! My doubts are long gone. The fabric pulls around my ankles, and I step out into the cloak in front of someone else for the first time since coming down here. My mask is the only reminder of my own my ounce of perfect privacy. Little star. I knew this would look flattering on you. I literally only have underwear on. So what are you talking about? It's certainly giving me some ideas. The cool air trickles in my skin, but I stand before him as I always do, with confidence. Thank you. Cirrus wordlessly turns around and makes his way to the wooden nightstand with a small selection of tools atop laid out in meticulous fashion. I can't quite make out what they are from here, and whatever they are, he takes his sweet time selecting what he wants before he comes back. What was that? What was that? Hey. I saw... What was that? What was that achievement? I've been looking forward to this. He saunters over... Lean all different ways a candle can be used. Oh! A candle? He saunters over effortlessly, confident with a long, ornate, and bright red candle in the hand of a hefty-looking tome. From that, I can make out it's one of the lunar scriptures. And so have you, it seems. He's on to me. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't play coy. You've done enough of that today. I shift, increasingly aware of the danger I find myself in. His words close in on me, full of promise and expectation, and I know it's a risky game I'm playing. Come. Cirrus beckons me forward to enter the room. He points to the floor, then wordlessly, I know what's expected of me. Why is my phone buzzing? Okay. I fall to my knees before him. He's quiet for the moment, seemingly taking it all in. Then he takes one step towards me, tome in hand, and presses it on top of my head. I'm utterly befuddled. If it weren't for how grave and heavy the atmosphere weighed down on my shoulders, this book balancing act would feel almost comical. Yeah, I am almost butt naked. But Cirrus is still smiling, and I know what that means. If you drop it, I'm going to hurt you. Oh, okay. Hey. You're not going to balance this holy tomb while I cleanse you with this wax. It's rather simple, I should think. Unless you move, that is. Hey, that candle's looking a little funny. That candle's looking a little odd. A little different. The room is perfectly quiet when Cirrus strikes the match to lead the first candle. The flame casts his face in a gorgeous amber light and dances hypnotically and laps away at the wax. Jerk. It comes out of my mouth before I can stop it. The first drip of wax hits my skin and I suck in a quick breath. It's not that painful, but the initial impact burns. It does burn. It's sharp and lingers for a few seconds. When I'm about to exhale in relief, the second and third drip hits my skin, and this time I gasp softly. There's a noticeable increase in temperature that spreads over my skin. I realize then that the heat is not dissipating. It accumulates with every drip. There's a jerk, Dougal. His teasing does nothing to stop the primal urge to bite back inside me. You heard me loud and clear. I see. The wax falls over the ridge of my knuckles this time, and it burns. The burn spreads with vicious intensity. How bold of you to turn down your chance to apologize. Drip, drip, drip. And then a moment of respite. I take the chance to collect myself, breathing deep. My eyes automatically close in an effort to concentrate. Suddenly, searing heat splashes across my skin, and I cry out. He must have tipped the candle over. The tone wobbles my head as I struggle to keep stable posture. Cirrus. I find my voice raising in panic. It's not. The wax isn't cooling. How peculiar. His voice is twisted in sadistic glee when more wax trickles down the coats of the back of my thighs. An unexpected increase in pain. Very peculiar indeed. Perhaps I should lower the candle even more. Your panicked voice. Truly intoxicating. No. No! Please! No! More heat flicks across my legs and pulls behind my knees and thighs. As you may have expected, the candle is infused with a wonderful property. Its heat seeks out the fire in people. Metaphorically, of course. A burning wave spreads over my skin, setting every nerve ending alight, and that's when I finally release a louder than expected hiss. You'll never escape the candle's fire. Not when you're this determined to fight back. Let it purify you instead, little star. I'm waiting for the next hit of wax, but sudden dread claws in my chest when I realize he's waiting. Please. But Cirrus doesn't respond. It's utterly excruciating. Every passing second is a promise of more pain. My whole body is rigid despite the continuous waves of searing heat. Please! I don't want a cupcake! And then it comes a great splash across the back of my knees and I scream. It helps reduce the suffocating warmth that's when I understand that he's been trying to do. But, do I care? Actually, hold on, let me save. Actually, hold on, let me take it back. Let me save. Oh my god. So many saves. Concentrate. I do. If he wants me to release anything, then that is what I'll do. But I will do it at my own pace. I concentrate, the tome shakes slightly, but it does not fall. I breathe through my nose and one through the mouth. The relief is almost instantaneous. Instantaneous. The heats intensify waivers for a moment. When the wax hits me again, I exhale at the same time, riding along the wave of sensation. With every breath, I regain a little more control. Cirrus seems to be aware of the change. He falls into a rhythm of his own, perfectly focused on painting my skin in a slow, deliberate pattern. Right now, I am his own work of art. I feel beautiful, and I feel strong. After a brief pause, Cirrus stares down at me with a quiet smile. You've opened up. You have no idea how happy that makes me. A droplet splashed over my skin warmer now. The candle comes closer every drip, but I've never felt more alive, more ready. Yes. And then a steady stream drips down the same spot in thickness, oozing layers. Excellent. The last of the wax is all I can take. My vision fills with bright and light as the heat engulfs me, but this time I can release it. My voice is hoarse, but I want to curl up and overloaded by the sensation. No more. Very well. That's enough for today. You did a wonderful job. I can tell Cirrus has extinguished the candle by the signature smell of smoke, and my body finally falls limp. I did it. I'm exhausted. This session has taken a lot of energy, but I'm content. Cirrus, too, seems to be tired in his own way. He carefully sets the equipment aside and finds a towel nestled in one of the drawers. What I'm not expecting is for him to pull out a small knife. In my state, total emotional vulnerability, my first urge is to panic. The second is to remember that I've placed my trust in this man. Though he is holding a weapon, his movements are slow. This time, smiles tender. Dougal, I'll scrape the wax off for you. It's rather difficult to get rid of otherwise. Lay down. Relieved, I obey, and I even muster the energy to say a word in response. His hand strokes my back and shoulders in a way that only makes me sink further down into the mattress, slow and deliberate. Sorry, I'm in deep right now. I'm twirling my hair. That's how you know I'm locked in. Then the coolest of the blade slides against my skin, and my breath hitches. Its sharp edges slip under the first pad of wax, which easily loosens and falls to the floor with a soft clatter forgotten. Good. I breathe again. Good. The blade undulates, was that? Tracing a slow pattern of itself wherever the wax has been, bit by bit. Black discs fall off of me, pried off with careful precision. When I get a little too comfortable, the knife razor edge scrapes over my skin and makes me jolt. This man could very well slice through me at any point if he desires. If he so desires. Instead, he's in deep trance, focused exclusively on cleansing me. I'm stuck in deep limbo. Trust buds slowly inside me, but the moment its delicate petals unfurl, danger reminds me of where I am, a razor sharp and destructive. When the knife sets on the edge between my neck and the shoulder blades, it's not trust that keeps me perfectly still. It's still fear. Cirrus. After being scraped clean of all the wax and dressing again, I help him clean the rest of the room. Why did you serve me alcohol? I'm not sure I understand, little star. Wine is served at almost every conceivable social gathering. Yeah, but I wonder why every punishment has to involve me ingesting some kind of substance. I was not just pleasantly blessed today. I was losing myself in everything. I started to trust you when you won't trust me to experience things normally. Interesting. You also think I don't trust you. I don't think so. I know so. Very, very interesting. But this is not that time. Your mind and body needs rest. I think we should focus on aftercare now. Right. I want to cuddle a bit. I want to read together. I mean, I'm going to go through the whole thing. Farewell, but only for a little bit. Don't lay down with me, please. With a nod, Cirrus joins me, and the mattress dips lightly under his weight. I don't know what possessed me to ask for this, but I know that deep inside I need it. I need something to recover from what I just went through. He lays flat on his back, and I curl into him, head settled in the crook between his shoulder and chest. Is that chest? Yeah, chest. For a few tense moments, none of us speak. This situation, being completely close to him, feels very new. Are you comfortable? I am. The smell of the cotton fills my senses, but underneath that, there's something warmer, earthier. I'm dizzy. All I can do is thread my fingers through the cloth of his robe and hold on while it passes, and then his hand finds its way to the top of my head, and my breath hitches slightly. You're okay, little star. Yeah, everything's fine. When I let my guard down a little bit, a new fire takes a hold of me. My hand wants to trace and memorize every inch of him while I still can. I want to drown him in ways I can't explain. Oh, girl, you're obsessed. Dougal, you're obsessed with the cult leader. But something tells me that I want to keep my hands to myself. And so I breathe through it, one step at a time. I let flames subside, though the scent wafting off his skin is not helping. Neither is the gentle caress of his thumb beside my ear. Despite this, it's hard to ignore the tension in his posture, even as he lays. The spell is broken a mere few moments later. Was there anything else? Yeah, I'm going to go through You served me some good tea last time. How about we share a cup? Certainly. Yeah, I'm not going to say that because I have no idea what that says. Yeah. He leaves me for a few moments while he brews our tea, and during that time, I stretch. My shoulders don't feel stiff anymore, and my body droops in newfound relaxation. All the wax painted across my skin has left my body glowing? Glowing, yeah. When Cirrus is back, I gingerly reach for the piping hot mug. It smells a little different this time. It does. I've taken the liberty of adding some lemon verbena to help with any leftover stress and inflammation. You're into herbal medicine too? Well, it's no replacement for the modern medicine, but we'd be remiss to ignore their useful effects. Guess it's to be expected from someone who makes potions. He takes the mug from me and sips quietly. You're very fixated on my potions. It's really hard not to, Cirrus. If you want to try some more of them, you can just say so. He hands me back the tea and I grin, and I make show of drinking from the same side of the room as he did, passing on that one. We finish our tea comfortably silent, only interrupted by the occasional sip. Strangely enough, he doesn't seem as relaxed as I am. Did you need anything else? Why is he not relaxed? You ask for the strangest things, You ask strange things at times, little star. I don't think it's strange. Wait, what did I even ask? Oh, I want to read together. The smile that spreads is uncharacteristically fond. Lord have mercy. My heart clenches at the sight. Very well. How about the tale of the pewter monarch? Oh, one is fairly short to read. He settles on the bed next to me after plucking out a small, pocket-sized book from his collection. When he flips to the first chapter, I peek up at him expectantly. You'll be reading out loud, of course. Demanding. I'm only exerting my God-given rights. I'll have you know. Cirrus' voice is measured and deeply comforting as he reads. I'm transported to the vast kingdom, brushing with lush vegetation, knights trotting around in studded leather armor, and king obsessed with geology. He claims the rocks speak to him as he... What? He claims the rocks speak to him as his advisors would and help him run the kingdom. Eventually, he is seen as an unfit ruler and exiled for those who he trusted. By that point, my eyelids are drooping and Cirrus gently closes the book. We can continue the story another time. Do you want anything else? For some reason, he sounds a little rushed. Okay. Very well. The scene is over. We've managed to put everything away. It's perfect time. It's the perfect time for me to head back to my bedroom. Okay, well, why is he in a rush? But Cirrus' expression is unusually thoughtful. I hesitate to leave when something seems to be bothering him. Hey. What's on your mind? Why do you ask? Cirrus. I'll be frank with you. The state of the church and the lunar religion down here, I am deeply unsatisfied with it. Huh? That's news to me. We are not where we need to be, and I don't think things are going to change unless I personally take matters into my own hands and do something about it. Naturally, I want to. In fact, Cirrus approaches me meaningfully and towering above me. I think you know exactly what links I'll go to, yes? I feel very cold all of a sudden. This is it. The reason for my existence of his cult. This is why he's... But I don't understand. What exactly are you unsatisfied about? Little star. Do you envy life of confinement? Clearly not. Then you should understand it couldn't be simpler. I will not have this culture rot and die in the gutters of the black market. I want to question him more, but there is clear finality in his voice and his tone. Still, he's never been this honest with me. For the first time, I feel as though I'm seeing beyond his perpetual facade and into his heart. I feel a strange tightness in my chest, an urge to reach out. Thank you. I can tell you don't talk about this often, but I appreciate you sharing this with me. No, I've said too much. You have it. You're finally being quiet. You be quiet, Dougal. I'm telling you how much this means. Enough. The room is perfectly quiet, and Cirrus' hands grasp around my back, palm covering the hole cutouts in my eyes. A threat. Go on, go ahead. Take it off, for all I fucking care. My tone comes out rash, and amidst the rising tension, the desperation, the anger, he tears my mask off. What? This is huge! This is huge! Hey! I don't even know if anybody's in here still. This is huge. Oh my god! And then Cirrus is kissing me without even bothering to look at what the mask was hiding in the first place. I can't breathe. Everything about the kiss is purely desperate. His hands are cupping my face and grabbing my arm, but his fingers are digging into my skin possessively, pushing us closer together. I taste wine and cherries on his lips, on his tongue, the intoxication fueling every single time he dives back in, until sharp teeth bite my lower lip, and suddenly I taste iron, bitter, coppery, but I never want it to end. When I barely muffle a whimper, his hand shoots out to squeeze around my throat, fingers pressing into my pulse until I can do is rasp out against his lips, now slick with saliva and blood. My vision goes white for a second until he releases me completely, panting. I'm a mess of adrenaline and white hot ecstasy. What is that? This is huge. We we stare at each other then and attempt to process what just happened, but I can't speak. Cirrus picks up my mask and takes a moment to dust it off before replacing it on my face. His finger lingers on the surface before retracing just as quickly. Get some rest. I'll be with you tomorrow. Wait! He's gone, leaving me to pick up the pieces on my own once again. When I look at my hands, they're shaking. My world itself is shaking. I need to get back. My head. I feel sick. Why aren't you moving? Oh shit. Whoa, 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 whoa! One breath. And another. My senses are completely overloaded so much I can barely process what's happening around me. It's in that same time, and the same stage I drag myself out of bed, taking one step at a time. But I don't feel like going back to my bedroom. Restless is clawing at my skin, demanding on to escape. I take a different turn, past the bedroom, past the altar, past the blur of brick, crumbling stone, and patterns until I'm facing an iron door and I push against it. The inside of the room is nothing like the rest of the church. Oh shit. Something in here is thick with stench and I cannot describe, mingling with the overpowering scent of raw lather. I automatically try breathing through my mouth instead. This whole place is a surreal sight. Large rusty cages, carefully labeled with medical supplies, potion bottles of various sizes, loose powders piled up, say, on a small spot. I don't think I should be here. I noticed something in the mirror ahead of me, nestled inside an ancient wooden frame. My reflection. Something glimmer from under my mask. Tentatively, I approach, leaning on the chemical-stained counter. Then I reach up under my mask. Indeed, from within my eye holes, I spot something unusual. And then I see it. My mask clatters on the table, forgotten, and I stand unmoving. Flecks of silver patches of gray dotting my skin. My lips paler, and they're almost shimmering, iridescent and pearly. My reflection is, oh my gosh. Why is the stream tweaking out? They're almost shimmering, iridescent, and pearly. My reflection is that of someone metamorphosizing. Something is changing inside me. But it's not fractum anema. And then I know it without a doubt, that right now, brewing inside me is something of indescribable value. Lunar ichor. What? Oh my god. Okay. I need to know. Dude, that was so good! That was so good! That was so freaking good. I'm sorry, Pax. There's 5 endings. Wow. Okay, so I got the good ending. Um Okay, so... Wow. Wow. Dude, that was fire! Sorry, I kind of want to go through it and, see... Okay, that's right, because I... Okay, nice. Nice. Nice! Hey, that candle looking a little funky. Let me just get a picture of this real quick. I mean... I think I'm gonna get a picture of this one, too. Dang, that was crazy. That was not at all what I expected. Okay, so... Transformation. So I got the best ending. I think. Yeah, okay, so I have got all the demo ones before. That's also on the YouTube channel. So I got the best one. Damn! Okay, so I'm curious though, because I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it out now while I'm at it. Make sure the choices invite you to the prayer sermon, then make these choices. Okay, so we're gonna load. Okay, yes, those. We want to participate in the sermon. Participate in the sermon. This is all the same. Fuck you. He's a liar. Nothing but a filthy, manipulative liar. I'm done. Blinded by pain, but fueled by frustration. I've never felt until now. I stagger up to my feet with the help of his hand. For a second, our bodies are close, and my hand reaches up to his face, barely brushing over the skin of my cheeks, of his cheeks. I don't even think twice about slipping my fingers under his mask and tearing it off with all my might, flinging the metal to the other side of the room. It fills me with a rush of power and of adrenaline, keeping my barely stable body on my feet. Then a slow scream exorcises through the church. It's not Cirrus's hands I feel on me. Unlike what I expected, it's the crowd's. They throw me into the ground and face first, so I'm unable to catch more than a blurry glimpse of what lays behind me. Also what lays behind the mask. I'm too stunned by the sudden fall that settles over me to picture it clearly regardless. They're all pinning me down and I wheeze as oxygen leaves my lungs. Dougal. I can tell, without even looking, that he's livid. I say yet you don't want my help. Every word is clipped. I'm not sure if it's a self-control that's keeping him from snapping or strangling the life out of my body before his followers or something else entirely. Maybe you'd like to give back instead, my star. Somewhere inside I feel a sense of all-consuming dread creeping up to the surface, but it's quickly smothered by a dizzy spell. This time I'm not so lucky, and I barely have the time to nudge my mask up with my shoulder before I throw up on the ground, heaving and shuddering as a bile burns from the back of my throat. You are filthy. I believe him. Please clean up her up, my stars. One masked individual quickly comes back with a rag and a wooden bucket. My own mask is carelessly torn off. With that, my enmity is no more. The rag drenches my face in cold water, which is a relief in a sec, but dread reminds me of what I've done. Very good. My hearing tells me he's replaced his mask, and yet the crowd of people pinning me down finally turn me around and sit me up, and Cirrus takes a second to scan my newly revealed face. He reveals the bronze bowl from earlier, sloshing with translucent liquid and a knife. All I can do in my delirious state is spit at his feet. Oh my gosh! I hope you rot in hell, you bastard. Truly a shame. He smiles eerily serene. The contents of the bowl spill on my forehead. It's only slightly thicker than water and smells sea salt and copper. Then he hands the bejeweled knife over to a person sitting closest to him. They nod him fervently, eager to prove themselves, but I can barely hear what they're saying anymore. Fingers trace the liquid over my skin and form swirls, symbols all around across my face. You're all being lied to. I managed to choke out between heavy breaths and struggling. He doesn't care. The masked person doesn't respond. They raise their knife, and before I can register, a heavy blade slicing through the center of my skull. Everything just goes black. Dang! Wow. Wowee. Okay. And I'm being killed again in a Cirrus ending. Who would have thunk, right? Ending 21, ending 28, thank the person, retract hand. This ending requires you have chosen to be friendly with Francesco in chapter 1. Oh, okay. So, it's... I want to leave. By the time I make up my mind and muster up the surprising amount of courage it takes for me to say those words, my breathing is labored and something prickles in the back of my neck, almost as if though Cirrus is watching. But he is still very much distracted. Francesco's expression softens slightly and he extends his hand to me. Please, please, allow me to escort you back. By taking his hand, I choose death. By the time in the underground will come to an end, and so will my chances of finding the cure. It's simple. But up on the surface, I can die where I want. Home, perhaps. On top of a hill, under the stars even. It won't be in the back of the church with a strange priest towering over my crumbling body. I'll be my own star. Oh, that's kind of bittersweet. I'll be my choice. And that right now is all the reason I need. My hand finds its place within his smooth, warm one, and we begin to trek back up to the surface. I'll glance back one last time at Cirrus' direction. He never even notices leaving. The landscape shifts and I recognize the cobbled paths leading it back up to the various tunnels. Francesco asks a lot of questions in the meantime about where I'm from, what foods I like, and what kind of friends I have back home. It's almost like a retrospective on my own life. When my knees buckle, he studies me and continues walking. I don't know what compels me to trust this man, but maybe it's the same thing that allowed me to even remotely trust Cirrus. The gate slowly comes into view and Francesco's steps slow until they stop completely. I really enjoyed our walk with you, Dougal. I knew you were a wonderful person, and you have no idea how happy I am to meet you. He gently clasps his hands in the front of his chest. I feel like we would be great friends. Perhaps we already are. Under my mask, I can't help but smile. In another life, I'm sure. His expression falters. Will I see you again someday, Dougal? I can't bring myself to say it. For the first time since my arrival at the marketplace, human warmth gently soothes my heart, and I have to dig my fingernails into my palm and my hand to stop myself from reaching up to dry my tears pulling under my mask. I want to thank him, but I know that if I do, I'll break down. So instead, I turn around and march to the gates. This time, I don't look back. I like that ending. That was a really cute ending. I almost started crying. Okay, ending 24. Let loose, be quiet. Okay, load. What is the let loose one? I want to say maybe, yeah, so it's this one. Okay, let loose. Hey, you. Me? Has Cirrus here told you about the other healing methods he's been using recently? They're very effective, you know. The effect is instantaneous. His posture tenses, and I can tell he's already in step in as soon as I cross any of his boundaries. What do you mean? I mean that you need to make the lunar god very, very happy first. Unfortunately, that requires getting your... You'll have to excuse me, Miriam. She's still recovering from her concussion. Concussion, my ass. Dougal sometimes says illogical things because of it. Please forgive her our discourtesy. Oh no, that's alright. I hope she will feel better soon. With that, his hand wraps around my wrist and he drags me away from the with subtle but noticeable force. I feel like I've won. I still have the power that I can exert over him. Don't let me catch you mouthing off like that again. Or else. I promise you, little star. I know what you're doing. There are easier ways with lesser consequences of getting what you want. My heart catches in my throat. Tell me you understand. Yes, I croak out. I understand. I suppress a shiver. Something shifts between us and I suddenly feel like I'm treading a very fine line. The tension between us deflates. Okay. No. Nice try. I should have reacted with discomfort, but I think I'd rather go puke in your bathroom if you don't mind. I keep my voice slightly hushed to afford us a little privacy. Dougal. For a second, I think another smile threatens to pull at his lips, a mere flutter of amusement. You will not make me repeat myself. His hands extends out insistently, and I know I'm no longer in any position to argue. I wonder what he's hoping to accomplish as his gloved hands wrap around mine. Okay. I hope you sleep on the floor. Oh yes, the little control moment. My little passing out moment. Okay, so this doesn't matter. I hope you sleep on the floor. The floor. You wound me. I did already read this, but you and me in hard work. All I'm entitled to is payment. Hard work is subjective. But yes, I think that's where you'll feel most at home. For a split second, there's something else lingering behind the slowly widening grin. Brat. Shortly after that, the waitress arrives with our platters of food. Thanks. Okay, we did that. Okay, nothing here. Sure. I didn't pick this before. This is fairly standard for someone who works with the people for a living. Sure. But you're on speaking terms with strangers on the street. That's a lot of socializing. Perhaps you underestimate how widespread religion is down here, Perhaps. Our conversation reaches a natural lull, and we take the time to savor our meals. Either this cafe has some of the most delicious food I've ever had, or I'm so hungry it barely matters. The dishes are empty before I even realize it. Okay, yes. Oh yeah, he's cute. Oh, Francesco, a sweetheart. Unlike you, he seems like a decent guy. Maybe I should ask him on a date. Oh, really? His smile is so eerie it chills me into my core. In the corner of my eye, I notice his hand subtly twitch. Brief experience tells me that that's the hand of someone who wants blood. My treacherous body sends my own blood flowing to my cheeks when I realize that what could be in store for me later. After a moment of silence, I cast a glance back in the direction of the inn. None of this changes. Okay. Go back to church. And you have to prove trustworthiness to me. That is unfortunate. But I'm afraid this changes nothing. The notes are in the safe, and I will only reveal them to you when the job is done. Damn it. It's fine. Now let's put this behind us. Hey, come on. Something in my mind clicks. I don't hate this side of him. To hell with it. You call it a game, and yet you're afraid of losing? There's nothing more pathetic than someone to be proud to admit his weakness. So eager to mouth off. So what? You know there are consequences. Sure, consequences. I see. The way his grin widens, so full of promise, makes my heart spike, my cheeks flush. You know what's coming later. Oh. Now. Bring up Nexus. Okay, so I can choose. Oh, damn it! Damn it. Damn it. I chose the wrong option. Fart. Okay. Oh, that makes me so mad. Well, at least this is a lot simpler now. At least I know what I need to pick. Okay. There we go. Well, speaking of Nexus, you'll never guess what I found the other day. A missing persons poster by someone who claimed to have been good friends with him. Someone who was acquaintly. Okay, I did read this. Is that so? Say it. You. Oh, see, I literally already did this. You should be locked into this ending. Okay. Wonder what it does with that. Well then. So in order doesn't do it. I wanted to choose a different option. But I've been a little had I been a little shy, this would have made me blush. It's very flattering though. There's no point in putting it off any longer. Yeah, it was to be expected to be playing around too. Unreasonably excited. The thrill of not knowing what he has prepared for me, but knowing what is going to leave me breathless. Okay. Dougal. You look ravishing. I had noticed that whatever you've been hiding under that cloak would only serve me to make me more curious. Okay, so he says nothing, does it? For a long moment, everything is quiet. You know, it's hard to describe how much you've tested my patience, little star. Ever since our last punishment, you've been running your mouth at every single opportunity. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you wanted to get under my skin. Why would I? Because you're nothing but a desperate little thing that gets off on pain, and you know I'm willing to offer it. That, or you've never understood the consequences. I realized then that the tinge of impatience and anger in my voice and his voice is very real. It's hard to pinpoint whether my own response to this is pleased one or not. Well, regardless, I must congratulate you. I had a fairly straightforward punishment plan, but you've pushed me to be more creative. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. There's a finality in his tone that's freezing me in the spot. Come on. Come on. Cirrus beckons me forward to the center of the room. He points to the floor, then wordlessly, and I know what is expected of me. I fall to my knees before him. I'm finally allowed to glance at the contents in his hands. A long, ornate candle. Okay. In his other hand, he's holding a rope. Oh! In the other hand, he's holding some rope and a thick leather belt. The soft clink of its buckles sends a shiver down my spine. Your back is covered, Dougal. Let me preface this by saying I won't force you to remove any further clothing. I will still enjoy what I picked out for you. But you're so desperate, you poor thing. Don't you want to experience everything I could have given you without being restrained by something as pointless as clothing? There's an edge to the smile that unsettles me. This is interesting. Fine, I'll do it. I sit up and reach behind my back and unhook the bra, making sure to take my time. The straps loosen and I glide off my shoulders, and once my final bit of hesitation is gone, I let the whole piece fall to the ground. Beautiful. His voice is barely a murmur in the darkness of the room. Isn't that much better? Yeah. He's quiet for a moment, seemingly taking it all in. Then he takes one step towards me, a rope in hand. Show me your wrists. As if, Dougal. The sound of the belt buckle chimes in my ears again. Wrists. This time I obey. The rope wraps several times around my wrist and he ties the knot carefully, slipping 2 fingers in between the bondage and my skin to check the spacing. If you lose sensation in your fingers, tell me. I nod and he moves onto my ankles. It's not much, but the restraints are effective. I'm forced to sit with my knees pulled to my chest and I decidedly uncomfortable position. Then Cirrus takes the tome and presses it on top of my head. I'm utterly befuddled. If it weren't for how grave the heavy the atmosphere weighed on my chest and shoulders, the book bouncing. Okay, this is the same. If you drop it, I'm going to hurt you. Yes. Oh god, I got. Oh my god. Oh my god. What's the belt for? Aw. No fingers roll out the belt to full length before folding it over to. You know what it's for. Or what you would rather I show you. He sets it aside out of sight, but I don't allow myself to forget its existence. This is a clear reminder of the mistakes that won't be tolerated tonight. Okay, so if I do bad, I have to focus. Yes. But I haven't seen this, so I'm dropping it on purpose. You must feel so important, Cirrus. You love control, you love being worshipped. But you just can't handle it when they've taken from you, can you? It's indescribable, the urge to push back, to test his every promise, his every word. I don't even bother concealing my head, tipping over to the side a little more dramatic than strictly necessary. The room is dead silent when the tome tumbles down and hits the floor with a dull thud. He approaches without a word, towering above me. A compelling argument, to be sure. But I have a simple solution. I don't have to give up control when it's so easy to take it away from you. Huh. Before I can even process what's happening, the belt is back at Cirrus's hand and pulled tight around my neck. Oh lord! When I reach for it, he tugs and it locks around my neck in one rough motion. There's instantly pressure going to my head, but just as I'm about to panic, he lets go, letting a rush of oxygen flood my system. But I know who this is, but I know who this man is. I know he's going to pull more. Okay, I was like, did my screen just mess up? That is until I reach for the belt again and the back of his hand smacks me across the cheek. With no prior warning! I'm completely stunned. The side of my face is stinging slightly. It's more surprise than pain, but it's enough to destabilize me. Do not for a second think that any of your petty disobedience will net you the upper hand. Are we clear? Screw you. He pulls the belt tight again. Oh my gosh, my brother's calling me. Okay, after this break time. The warm fuzzy feeling creeps back up to my head. I see. Then he lets go. I should have known you'd be getting off on this. Well, it's not much of a punishment if I keep administering it. What am I going to do with you, Dougal? Do I need to make you lick up the bathroom tiles, do communal dishes, break your wrists? Tell me, little star. I won't do it again. I answer before he has the chance to change his mind, and I shrink back, trying to fit into a more comfortable position. Good. Oh, so he continues. Huh? My brother. But then, I noticed it in his movements first. Sloppier, more abrupt, more aggressive. Da, da, da. This is the first for him, who's usually so meticulous and composed. Then I noticed his more labored breathing, the grit of his teeth, and the hard hold. What? The hard hold he has on the candle. He's really angry. It's clear at this point that whatever is tormenting him, he's taking it out on me at full force. Then he stops. Cirrus stands back up, seemingly an attempt to calm down. But that does not happen. Nothing is going to change, is it? Nothing is going to save you. His lips twist in disgust, and I feel like something plunged a dagger straight through the chest. What? I don't understand what's happening anymore. Not at all. He turns back to set the candle in the holder, then picks up the previously discarded cloak from the... He stares at it for a good long while, and suddenly he wraps my body with it, trying it into a crude knot. My arms are pressed against my side. The fuck? What are you doing? Cirrus has no response except to reach for the candle once more, but something feels different now. The flame dances, and the reflection of the mask, bold but bright and so beautiful, is gonna set me on fire. Then he kneels down. Something tells me I need to get out of these binds as fast as I can, because this is not a part of the punishment. I feel more remorseful, little star, but I can't seem to find any in me right now. Yeah, he's killing me. He's killing me 2 times. Alright. As the shadow gets the ropes close, thrashing wildly, the candle approaches me. Stay away. I wish you would stop resisting. All you've done for as long as we've known each other is resist. The flame comes closer. It's making me even angrier. You are so ungrateful, it's astounding. The cloak finally catches fire, and Cirrus stands back, heading towards the door. What a pity. This will be a scene of an unfortunate accident. The authorities will find you eventually, although they'll be too late. Oh my god! I stopped listening to him, then I realized the flames are not dying down. No matter how many times I throw myself to the ground and roll around in the dust, all I can do is scream. The heat is unbearable. Bro, set me on fire! The last I see of Cirrus is the frown room. You couldn't be saved. Okay, is that all of them? Why does it keep doing that? Do, 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 do. How do I always struggle with that? Okay, I got scared. Okay, so 21, 22, 23.
No!
What's ending 23? Okay, I simply just missed that one in the trial run. I simply just missed it. Okay, so it's the move in one. I think I saved there. Please. God, please. Is that the one choice I didn't save? Is that the one choice I didn't save? Oh, you've got to be pissed at me. When was that? Oh. I did save. Oh, thank God. No way. Even you must know how wild of a request that is. This isn't a request I'm taking lightly. I truly believe this will help us make progress. Well, my freedom is important to me. You won't make me give up. Little star, I'll ask again. No way. What? No. Are you seriously insisting? Back off. I am. This isn't something I'm doing for the fun of it. No way. You know my answer isn't going to change. You're making a mistake. Think of your future. No way. I'm not moving in. I think you should. No way. I'm not moving in. I think you should. I'm not moving in. I think you should. I think you should. I'm not moving in. All right. You made your point. If you don't want to continue, then neither will I. I hope you understand if I ask you to leave. You're out of your mind. Manipulative bastard. I'm seething and I know whatever was between us is very, very much over at this point. His back is already turned to me as he walks in the direction of this room. You mean, yeah. Cirrus, you never intended on helping me if you couldn't control me. My voice is resonating through the church now, which makes him bristle. Shut your mouth, Dougal. Never. Something inside me aches. A reminder that I'm severing a relationship that is so fresh and new, that has somehow warmed its way into my heart despite my best efforts. But my rage is stronger. Its acrid flames lap away at my heart until I'm backing out of the church, and suddenly I'm already at the door, and it's the only thing that's between me and Cirrus. The choice is obvious. I want to leave. I don't want to be tied down. His efforts to keep me trapped feels like a betrayal, but there's something there, right in between us, growing. No matter how dangerous it was. No. Mine is. One last look at the altar behind me is all it takes to remind me, and then I slam the door shut. I'm making the right decision. I will find a way. Even if just out of pure spite, I will survive. I will survive. I will survive. I will. Bad ending. You'll make it somehow. I don't think I will. Or else the game would end there. Or else the game wouldn't end there. Can't talk. Oh! I just hit the ever-living shit out of my mic, too. Okay. Break time! I may come back, and it may be over. But, hold on. Quick little... That was really good, so fun. I'm excited to do Kiers, and, Oleander and Francisco's ending. But maybe I'll be right back. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely closing out of that real quick and go into the BR